Yeah, just turn it down a little taste. We be all good.
Now bring my orange juice out the car.
I think we all good. All praises, glory down to the Most High. God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Honor and glory was only begotten beloved Son, Yahoo, long live the King. You feel me? The night the Messiah was betrayed. Another Friday night barbershop, chop shop. Once again, right back at it. We got our out of town family in the building. So many, man. People that came from all over the world. You understand? Well, all over the country, should I say? New York, Cali. We got Naptown in the building. Y'all know Brother Ed, you dig?
Long live the King,
KJ and them, you dig? It's going down. So, you know, some brothers keeping their Passover tonight. We actually are getting into it tomorrow night or evening. So this right here is basically the night in which he was betrayed, took bread, then by tomorrow morning he was brought before Caiaphas and the Sanhedrin and then delivered over to Pilate to be scourged and mocked. Up on that execution stake between 9 and 12 in the morning and gave it to ghosts between 2 and 3. And by the time we feasted more, he'd have been off the execution stake and put into the sepulchre no man had ever lain for 3 days and 3 nights. You feel me? So the whole Easter thing is a fallacy. Good Friday is a fallacy. The Messiah actually tells us to remember what he did for us, what he laid down, his death. You understand? And we remember that during this time. It's a very serious time. Heightened spiritual activity, spiritual warfare is highest around this time as well. You dig? So pray for your brothers and sisters as we continue to pray for you. But be sincere around this time too, man. This is a serious time. Which if you don't stay focused, you get off track. Start tripping off other stuff. Then the greatest thing that has happened to it, whether you're talking Egypt or whether you're talking the sacrifice that was laid down and was called the crucifixion. Dealing with the greatest man that ever walked this planet, the Messiah, who we are directly related to. We descend directly from that line. We don't make no apologies about it. We don't care if you like it, understand it or not.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Let's start this off in Isaiah, the 43rd chapter first. Long live the King of Kings. You feel me? Lord of Lords. The night in which the Messiah was betrayed. It would have been this night 2,000 years ago, not under the vibration of Good Friday. You understand? Because even if he go down tonight, then he got to be down 3 days and 3 nights before resurrection. You can't get Easter Sunday early morning resurrection from that.
Right.
You understand? So go back and check any of the older videos we did leading up to Passover. You'll see the breakdown, how he's the Passover lamb or whatever. Again, some brothers doing Passovers tonight. Or kicking off the Feast of Unleavened Bread tonight. Other brothers did it the night before. We ain't doing it till tomorrow. You feel me? We all got reasons for it, but you know, if your panties in a bunch about it, it's not our problem. You feel me? Take it up with the Most High. We're gonna start this off in Isaiah the 43rd chapter of the barbershop chop shop. We got plenty of family coming on in. You said what?
Yeah.
Yeah. We live in this deal. Live in full effect, baby. Lock and load effect mode, you dig? So we're gonna start it off in Isaiah the 43rd chapter. We're gonna read 1 through 7. I was at the store today and I couldn't find bunny eggs. I was looking all day. I couldn't find them. Somebody told me I went to Walmart. I went to Aldi's. Somebody told me I was at the wrong store. I thought bunnies laid eggs, brother. I ain't never had a scrambled bunny egg for breakfast either, you dig? So I was thinking I was missing out on something.
Right.
Maybe you can tell me something I ain't never had to show me something.
Right.
You feel me? If it's all lawful, it's all good. All praise and glory down to the Most High God. You dig?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to start this off in Isaiah, the 43rd chapter. Once again, we go on to Passover. You feel me? How about we prepare our hearts and our minds to serve the Most High God, man. Bunnies don't lay eggs. Easter Sunday is a fallacy. What the Messiah did was keep Passover. His entire life.
And the government lying about 9/11.
And amongst many other things. Amongst many other things. Yeah. We're going to start it off in Isaiah, the 43rd chapter, so we can put ourselves in the mindset of what mind we ought to be in. This is a serious time. You feel me? When you go into the Passover, you see that the scriptures go into how we supposed to eat it in haste. This ain't a buffet. So when we all come together tomorrow, probably like the Matrix almost at that deal, like you know.
Ain't no take home place.
No.
You can't do like you do at the 4th of July.
Nah, bones get burned.
They get burned.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you ain't prepped for that day, you keep in the refrigerator like lamb and all that. You cook lamb the next day and the day after that. You understand? But whatever is there that night, hey, that's got to get devoured. Bones gotta get burned. It's time to rock and roll. You feel me? Because we was in the mindset of leaving captivity. That's the mindset we was in. We wasn't like, girl, that peach cobbler. Our mind was like, look, we need to get up out of here because America's army is on our back. Pharaoh's army is on our backs. So we was like, look, it's time to roll. Bread ain't got time to rise.
Right.
Roast that lamb and keep this generation forever. Eat it with your long and your staff in your hands.
Staff in your hand.
Be ready to rock. Eat it in haste. You dig? That's the mindset you're supposed to be in. Not like it's called the what's that buffet? The Corral. The
Golden Corral.
This is not the Golden Corral tomorrow. It won't be the Golden Corral. Keep it serious. You understand? You got by tomorrow evening to have all the leaven out your houses too. If you rocking with us, you understand? You got till tomorrow evening before you even show up at the feast. Get all that leaven. We'll go over that tonight too. The Most High's will about what leaven symbolizes spiritually. Get all that about you. You feel me? And come to the Most High's unblemished, sincere. You feel me? You got something to say, Hebrew?
Nah, it's all good. Just get the leaven out your heart. Don't come in there with no malice, no anger, no foolery. You know what I'm saying? No grudges or whatnot. Just get the leaven out your heart and just, you know what I'm saying, know why you're there.
You said what?
Know why we there.
Walmart.
That.
That's all. Hey, I mean, ain't nothing we can do about it. That's all good. We rock and rolling. Hey, we just hit play. We just hit record, man. We're ready to go. All right, Isaiah, tell them we got about 15 more chairs. We all good. Isaiah 43. The Easter bunny is a fallacy.
Isaiah 43, verse 1.
Yeah.
But now, thus saith the Most High.
Yeah.
That created thee. O Jacob.
Yeah.
And he that formed thee. O Israel.
Y'all hear that? It said, hear this. Read that again. That's powerful right there, my brother.
But now.
But who?
But now.
Right now. It's time for us to be adults in our understanding. But now. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Most High.
Yeah.
That created thee. O Jacob.
So the Most High God created you. You so-called black man, woman, and child. You African Americans. I'm black. You don't know you got a special spot with the creator of heaven and earth.
Right.
The Most High God created you. You're special to him. You felt it your whole life. Like, this is something different. I feel like I just don't belong. I just feel like I'm meant to do something major.
Right.
You felt it your whole entire life. You feel me? That's the spirit of the Almighty God. You feel me? That's lying dormant in you. You feel me? That's waiting to be reactivated. Bring forth your full potential. The God that created you, oh, Jacob. Jacob was a man who had children. Abraham had Isaac. Isaac had Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. He had 12 sons. Those sons became 12 tribes.
Yes,
out of that fourth son, Judah, came to Christ. Not the white boy you've been looking at your whole life. You understand? No, not ain't no such thing as pink booty Jesus. He don't exist. But the Messiah spoken of in this Bible right here, yes. Yes, he does exist. You understand? Everything you read about was your ancestry. You understand? Your straight lineage. That's the biggest thing that this so-called government don't want to get out. The fact of your special connection to the Most High God. Because you get to praying on certain levels and singing on certain levels and meditating on certain levels. All this comes tumbling down. You feel me? So this is very important for you to understand. Like if somebody was to ask us, why do y'all do this? We can go through scriptures. Then somebody asks you, well, why do you go on an Easter egg hunt? Why are there jelly beans and itchy grass in baskets? What is all this about?
Nah, it's for the kids.
Hey, you can't go to the Bible and show it though. You understand? But the Passover is all throughout the Bible, Old and New Testament. So that's what we're here to bring our people to remember. You got something, sister? What's going on?
So, I mean, people that don't eat meat, is the lamb symbolic? Is there what like the Messiah be like the symbolic lamb for them?
Yeah, let's 1 Corinthians. Hold this guy. Go to 1 Corinthians 5, I think it is. 1 Corinthians 5, 7 through 9. Because the thing is the Passover is kept under different administrations, different orders. You'll never be able to keep it to the letter how it was done during Moses' time, Aaron's time, even after we got into the land. You understand? So it all would have to be symbolic. The bread we eat would have to be symbolic. The wine we drink would have to be symbolic. Everything would have to be symbolic. You know what I'm saying? Something relating or a parable. You do it all the time in parable. You feel me? Give you earthly story with a heavenly meaning. So something you can do right in front of you, you feel me, to where you can relate to, like, dang. And all it does is increase your belief. Because we wasn't there for his blood to sprinkle on us when he got crucified.
Right.
Right? You wasn't there when the Romans was whooping him, but you believe it. So it's an ideal. You feel me? No, I'm good. I'm all good. So the question was about the Messiah being symbolic. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the Passover and all that. Because it was a literal lamb that had to be unblemished lamb that had to be selected and then slaughtered by the eve of the 14th day. You understand? But the Messiah come on the scene. They say, behold, the Lamb of God. You take away the sins of the world. You know what I'm saying? He's unblemished because he never went against his God. You see what I'm saying? So even him being unblemished is symbolic because he never committed a sin.
Right.
All of it is symbolic. It's something given to you for you to remember and believe and vibrate on a higher level of consciousness. You dig? So as long as they know, I mean, look, he better off than whoever it is, better off than the non-messianic. Right. That don't believe he the Lamb of the Most High, period. But over there got his whiskers full of lamb juice.
Right.
But he don't believe in the Messiah. You feel me? His other brother, they ain't ate no meat, but actually believe he's the Lamb of the Most High. The atonement for his crimes against God. You feel me? 1 Corinthians 5, 7 through 9. That's a good question.
I'm gonna start at verse 6.
Come on.
1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 6.
Yes, sir.
Your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
So he go on to glory and a boasting. And if you read back up in this chapter, it goes to how a man basically took his father's woman, took his father's wife and had sex with her, just like Reuben did with Jacob. You feel me? So he was like, look, this is going on amongst y'all, and y'all puffed up, y'all glorying, and y'all not mourning. You feel me? This is a crime against the Most High. So we say a little leaven, a little wickedness will destroy this whole thing. Look, we grew up hearing one bad apple.
For the whole bunch.
Huh? Yeah. And that's what we grew up with, huh?
They got that from the Bible.
That's from the Bible. A little leaven will leaven the whole lump. So leaven is symbolic for sin. You feel me? A little bit of wickedness and the whole assembly will be infected with a plague, sin. Right. That's why you got to constantly, you feel me? So now we talking about the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So if leaven represents sin, unleavened bread equal truth, law, love. Right. You know what I'm saying? Sincere righteousness. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's all symbolic. Go ahead, people.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
Purge out therefore the old leaven.
Yeah.
That ye may be a new lump.
That's right.
As ye are unleavened. For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
So the Messiah, our Passover. So it's proving that he's the lamb. Not the Easter bunny, but the lamb. You feel me? So it's a Christ or Messiah, our Passover, is sacrificed. They ain't sacrificing vegetables.
Right. Right.
You understand? And so then, okay, if they're gonna compare him to being sacrificed, then he would have to be compared to the lamb.
Right.
Feel me? Go ahead.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
Therefore, let us keep the feast.
Let us what?
Let us keep the feast.
So if we know that Christ is our Passover lamb, unblemished lamb, the Lamb of the Most High, he said, if you know that, keep the feast. Keep it. Come on, Hebrew.
Not with old leaven.
Yeah.
Neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness.
Yeah, because you can keep this feast and still have betrayal on your mind, like Judas. You know what I'm saying? Knew everything, had spiritual power, circumcised, had fringes, spoke the Hebrew, knew what nation he was, and knew all of it. Ate with him, did all that, and still betrayed him for some slave wages. Man.
Hey, you know how you lose something and the person that stole it help you look for it?
Yeah.
That's how Judas was.
Yeah.
That's how he was. He's one of them type of people. He'll help you look for something he even stole. That's the kind of type of backbiter he was, and that's what we got in this nation.
Yeah, turncoat.
We at verse 9.
Turncoat, you did. No, we ain't got to go to 9. Read that verse 8 again for me.
Verse 8. Yeah. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
So the unleavened bread represents, he said the unleavened bread was his flesh, right? Sincerity and truth. Other than that, you have to say, well, he's promoting cannibalism, right? And we know better, you feel me? Letting it be known as all this is symbolic, you understand? You wasn't there. Yeah, you seen it on the bottom of that too? I told him that. But we wasn't there 2,000 years ago to witness any of it, but our belief, our faith and something higher than ourselves cleanses us. You know what I mean? Cleanses us, and that's what the powers that be them fought so hard. It's been trillions of dollars to keep the true sons and daughters of light vibrating on that high level right there. You know what I mean? Knowing our special connection to the Most High God and His only begotten Son. You understand? Then we'll come back. We already influence the world in wickedness. We'll come back powerful, influencing the world in righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Like they got Japanese rappers that sag now. Right? It's getting bad.
It's ugly out here.
It's getting real bad out here. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Shalom, shalom, family. Shalom. Blessings to y'all. Blessings. Shalom, shalom, family. Shalom, shalom, my sister. Shalom. Blessings to you. Y'all make yourselves at home. We got more chairs over here too. It's a little bit of food in the back. All right, we in Isaiah 43. Let's get back to Isaiah 43. How y'all doing, our out of town family? All praise. We got Nap Town in the building.
All praise.
Okay. Kansas City. Okay. Kansas City in the building. Alabama in the building. Where y'all from? Where? Georgia? Sweet Georgia. Georgia Peach. What about my little sister right here? Okay, Kansas City, Georgia, Alabama. Then we got Indy in the crib.
Four corners.
Knowledge. That was up. All praise. No matter where you at, Israel. No matter where you at, scattered to these four corners, man. We checking in. We checking in, y'all. All right, we all good. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we got Wi-Fi. That sister right there with the red bandana on. Yeah, get with her. She knows everything concerning this building. She know everything. Bobo, late. They need a Wi-Fi code. So if y'all, I don't know if y'all be. All right, we all good. Isaiah 43. Isaiah 43. Let's get her done.
Isaiah 43, verse 1 again. But now, thus saith the Most High that created thee, O Jacob. And
shalom, my sister. Shalom, my brother. Shalom. Blessings to y'all. All praise. Go ahead, bro.
And he that formed thee, O Israel.
Yeah.
Fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name.
I have what?
Called thee by thy name.
So we telling us fear not. You understand? I've called you by who name?
Thy name.
By your name, Israel. Right? Going through what we go through, he letting us know, fear not, I got you. Especially during this time right here, we should be in that vibration under that belief the Most High God has us. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Thou art mine.
Thou art who?
Mine.
Most High God said, you mine. You belong to me. You feel me? That should make you feel good. The creator of heaven and earth got personal with you real quick. Said, woman, you mine. What you talking about? Right. What you talking? Woman, you mine.
He claims you.
That's powerful. He claims you, right? Go ahead.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
When thou passest through the water, I will be with thee.
When you go through the water. So you say, well, dang, is that symbolic? Or is that literal? You feel me? Do we have anything in our history to where we went through waters and we're fine?
Oh, yes, we do.
What do we have? At what time in our history as Hebrews did we go through some type of waters and was fine? It looked like it was impossible. Like go out to the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know how y'all gonna get up out of here. Right? What do we have? Anybody? Y'all can raise your hand. It's all good. What do we have in our history to where our people, you feel me, had water in front of them and came out on the other side? Go ahead, Nolans. What it say? The Exodus, what we talking about tonight. The Red Sea, also crossing the Jordan to take down Jericho. Same thing. Feel me? So going through the waters should be no problem for us. It was told for us, we right here by the muddy waters of Mississippi. For where no bridges. And he was like, look, go on out of that Mississippi River. I got you. I got y'all. Hey, we shouldn't bat an eye.
Right.
It's time to rock.
Raise your stack.
Because at least he's basically a God saying, check my record. Check how I get down. I done got down like this before plenty of times, right? So when you go through the waters, I got you, right? What else you say, my brother?
He said,
y'all good? Everybody good? Go ahead.
Verse 2. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee.
Yeah.
And through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee.
Yeah.
When thou walkest through the fire. When thou walkest through the fire.
Through who?
Through the fire.
Oh man,
thou shalt not be burned.
Nah, trip off that. Right. We also got Noah in the flood, right? Went through the waters on that and was safe.
Yeah.
Right. So now he's talking about fire. What example we got in our history with fire? That's like that hurt.
Yeah.
And a bad Negro. Yeah. Shadrach, Meshach, and a bad Negro. Right? Her wasn't singed on their body. If you get into the book of Joshua, Abraham, same thing happened to Abraham. Book of Joshua. Feel me? So when Genesis 12 kick off and it says, get about your house and your father's house and your land of your nativity and go somewhere else, he had just got pulled up out of furnace. He just got pulled up out of furnace. That's in the book of Joshua. You be like, dang. So no matter what element we facing, no matter what disaster we facing, nuclear fallout, you understand? Flooding, whatever, the Most High God, like, look, you mine, I got you, fear not. Yeah. So that's the spirit we should be in during this Passover celebration that we coming into. You should understand that you got a mighty God. And then trip off this, what other God on record and did that for us people?
None.
What other guys you talking about? Like, name them. Somebody done did something close. Something, I'm saying, I ain't read nothing. I ain't read nothing about Hotep and them, not Hotep, but Amun-Ra and Isis and like what other gods show face when it's time to go down and start pouring out miracles?
No.
You ain't got nobody. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burnt.
Ooh.
Neither shall the flame kindle upon thee.
I mean, you ain't gonna smell like no lamb smoke. No barbecue smoke, right? Go ahead, Hebrew.
Verse 3.
Yeah.
For I am the Most High, thy Elohim, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior.
That feel good, don't it? Y'all over there like, yeah, keep reading. Keep reading. The Holy One of Israel, your Savior. Right? Go ahead, out.
I gave Egypt for thy ransom.
He said, remember me? I dropped the whole nation, the greatest nation in history at the time, so you could live. How could you ever forget the Most High God? We should feel ashamed of ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? And we fight tooth and nail trying to hold on to worships that have nothing to do with them. Fight tooth and nail. And he like, look, man, I destroyed nations for y'all.
Got him up out of here.
You still talking back? What you complaining about? Check my record. I done came and handled business so many times, and y'all done rebelled so many times more and more. Yeah. And he still never turned his back. You know what I'm saying? Made a way for us to get on back. You talking about true love. You feel me? Today you get dumped over a burnt egg sandwich or something. You talking about true love. You feel me? Most High God, like, look, I've always been there. So we should honor him and praise him, you understand, with every fiber of our being, period. All right, come on. Now, what else to say?
I gave Egypt for thy ransom.
That's right.
Ethiopia and Seba for thee.
Now, what does ransom mean? Y'all done seen movies before? What you mean if you held for ransom? What that mean? You better let my people go else.
Right.
I got yours.
They seen take.
Yeah.
Special set of kids.
Yeah. Most High, like, look, hey, I'm gonna hold y'all ransom. Y'all better let mines go. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Since thou was precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee. Therefore, therefore will I give men for thee, and people for thy life.
He's saying, I'm gonna lay them down so you could live. Sounds harsh, I know. Sounds very harsh. People like that sounds mean and evil. Nobody cries when it's you. That's the alligator bait.
Right.
When your baby's getting snatched and fed to use to, you know what I'm saying, catch alligators or any of the crimes against humanity that have happened to us. Nobody cries about that. You feel me? Nothing that wears no type of solutions. I mean, you got people saying no justice, no peace. You got people marching around tanks.
Right.
You understand? And marching is a declaration of war. Like you march when it's time to go to war, whatever. Nothing with no real solution. You feel me? Al Sharpton and them show up, do a little stunt, get a check cut. And they blow on out the, they blow on about the city. The movement fizzles out. You don't talk about Mike Brown no more. That's here in St. Louis. Nobody talk about him no more. Talk about Sandra Bland and Eric Gardner and Tamir Rice and Freddie Gray and Trayvon Martin and the list go. I mean, come Emmett Till. You don't talk about none of these things no more because it directly doesn't affect you. So you'll focus on it for a few seconds and then the movement fizzles out. Jason Stoley, cop here in St. Louis, was on camera, grabbed him an AK out of his trunk and said, "I'm going to kill this nigga."
That's what he said.
You feel me? All that went down back in September last year. Everybody been out there marching, going live in St. Louis and all that. Yeah. You gotta quit it. Yeah. But they ain't out there. Look, you be hot for 30 seconds and then you going back to clock in. You understand? Messiah was executed 2,000 years ago, and we still out here pushing this message. Still. That's how you know. Don't bring me nothing about, well, you know what happened? What happened to Christ, man? He was executed, murdered, sold out by his own people. You understand? If you loved him, you still be pushing his mission. That's all I'm saying. Like you talk all that, no justice, no peace, but as soon as it's time to go clock back in, you ain't about that life no more. You feel me? That's love. 2,000 years later, movement still popping out here in this earth. Okay. So if you loved your people, you'd continue their message if it was real. Right. There wouldn't be no such thing as the new Black Panther Party. Right. It would be the Black Panther Party. What do you mean the new one? Right. There would be no such thing as the new Nation of Islam. What do you mean? All right, come on, my brother.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west.
That's powerful, because where you at? Dang, you in the west. You right. You start feeling look good around here.
Yes, sir.
Could this possibly be talking about you? And if this is not you, what are you doing talking about gathering folk from the east and the west? If Israel is at home right now.
Right.
Talking about east and west. You must not be in your homeland. Jacob must not be in his homeland if he got to get his seed. His children have to get gathered from the east and the west. Yeah. A greater exodus. That's what we on the brink of. Frightens the heathens and the sellout Negroes. Frightens. Frightens. What do you mean? Yeah. Everything that you know is about to go topsy-turvy. Upside down.
Upside down.
Everything. Reality will change. All right, come on, Negro.
Verse 6.
Yeah.
I will say to the north, give up. And to the south, keep not back.
That's north, east, west, and south. News, baby. Come on.
All over.
Yeah.
Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the end of the earth. Even every one that is called by my name. For I have created him for my glory. I have formed him. Yeah, I have made him.
That's powerful right there. That's the Most High God. You understand? So we should never forget him. That's why he commands us to keep his appointments and keep these times in memory. Feel me? So when the shorties ask you, why would you do that? Why would you be like, look, you know how that happened the other day? Look, the Most High God came through. He loved you so much, he redeemed us. You feel me? For real? They eyes light up. You feel me? And be all about praising the Most High. Powerful, right? Let's drop it. Let's go 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 11. Start around verse 20. The night the Messiah was betrayed. Shalom, my brother. Cali in the house. Cali in the house. What up, Hebrew? We got a few more chairs, bro. You know how you business. Food in the back. I think some more beverages. Water and juice on the way. You dig? How you doing, my brother? Blessings to you. I'm glad you made it safe. For Sister Alicia Edwards and husband and I, how y'all doing? All praises. All praise. I'm glad everybody made it safe. Hallelujah. I'm going to do 1 Corinthians 11 next. Start around verse 20, Hebrew.
1 Corinthians 11, verse 20.
This is not about a buffet. You got to understand, our master was sold out this night 2,000 years ago. It was sold out by one of his own beloved friends. You feel me? Was hunted by some folks that had the authority of the Roman Empire. By the morning time, he was brought before the judges of Israel, the Sanhedrin and them, brought up false charges against him. They passed over to the Romans. They beat him, scourged him up on that execution stake between 9 and 12 in the morning to noon, and died around the 9th hour, 2 to 3 p.m. By the time the sun went down, he was ish. In a sepulcher no man had ever laid before. 3 days and 3 nights later, he rose. Good Friday is false. Bunnies don't lay eggs. Easter Sunday is false. The whole nine. It all comes tumbling down when you put the right pieces together. You dig? So we going over the night in which he was betrayed. By the time we eat tomorrow, he'd have been already in the tomb. All right? Pulled off the cross or the execution stake and put in that tomb. Let's get it. We in 1 Corinthians 11. This is going to the mindset we ought to be in during this time. We gonna, you're gonna see some smiling and people gonna be enjoying themselves. But never forget, always keep in mind what this is about. You understand? It's not a picnic or a family reunion.
Right.
You understand? This is like we are commanded to remember the great sacrifice that has happened for us, whether you're talking about Egypt or whether you're talking about what they call crucifixion. All right. 1 Corinthians 11, start around verse 20, y'all.
1 Corinthians 11,
yeah,
chapter 11, verse 20.
I believe so.
When you come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's supper. For in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper. And one is hungry, and another is drunken. So
he's saying this is deeper than just a meal.
Right.
That's all he's going into. You're like, man, they got that lamb and that. Yeah. And you start bragging, boy, you better get over here quick. They setting it out. Yeah, them Hebrews. God, how quick can you get to St. Louis? Yeah, they setting it out. He's like, look, this is deeper than just a meal you come in to eat and lick your fingers. Right? Now, when y'all in there tomorrow, just look around and see how many people. Like, it's real easy to lose focus. It happens all the time. You feel me? It's real easy to lose focus. So just look around within your own mentals and be like, I wonder if like who all is really focused right now. Like if the trumpet blew right now and it's time to rock. Like, hey, it's time to go. Lord say going down to that Mississippi River. All the bridges, there ain't no bridges. It's time to go. You be like, no, but I gotta go to work Monday. And no, I'm on papers. I can't go to Illinois.
You don't gotta leave you here.
I'm on probation, brother.
Stay behind. Leave him in the rear with the gear.
No, it'd be a whole bunch of excuses. You understand? We gotta be ready. So just look around and be like, I wonder if the brother ready or the sister ready, whatever. You know what I'm saying? See how long you can actually focus on what has happened. You feel me? And ask yourself, are you prepared? Would you have been worthy to sit at that table with him when he was sitting down with his disciples? Like, look, one of y'all gonna betray him. You know, everybody's never cut to the heart, like, oh my God, no. It's powerful, man. But would you have been worthy to sit there? I mean, you gotta ask yourself, like, inwardly, like, dang, I don't know, I'll be tripping. I'll be slipping a certain. I don't know if I'd have been worthy to sit at that one. Just ask yourself. Then where you need to make the corrections, make the corrections. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it. So it's deeper than a meal, right? Go ahead.
Verse 22.
Yeah.
What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in? Or despise ye the church of Yah and shame them that have not?
He said, you got houses to eat and drink in. You know what I'm saying? Food stamps came, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was on time. It was on time. It was on time this month.
It was on time.
Yeah. Go
ahead. Verse 22 again. He said, what? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in?
Yeah.
Or despise ye the church of Yah and shame them that have not?
Yeah, because if you don't be careful, you get real carnal. You start looking at your plate, my plate fatter than his. You gotta be careful, man. Like, it's real easy to get vain. Quick as a mug. You be bragging about a bigger lamb portion you got. You be like, dang, y'all arguing, and we supposed to be remembering the great sacrifice that was laid down for us. And we arguing over what? Sister forgot to give me my box of unleavened bread. Right. I done heard that before. Let's just go over and ask the sister. You know, maybe she forgot. I don't. Go ask her. That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm like, bro, look, just relax, man. Calm down.
It was last strong.
Calm down, brother. Ain't that serious? Shalom, family. Shalom. Blessings. Shabbat shalom. Y'all come on in. We got a couple more chairs. Y'all, you know, we got, you know, y'all scoot on over. Make yourselves at home. Shabbat shalom. Out of town family in the building. All praises. All praises. All right, we in 1 Corinthians 11. We got some food in the back too. We got beverages on the way. So I'll pray. I'm glad everybody made it safe. I'll praise to the Most High God. I'll pray. You want to start where?
22.
1 Corinthians 11 and 22. The night the Messiah was betrayed.
He said, what? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in? Yeah. Or despise ye the church of Yah, and shame them that have not? What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this? I praise you not.
Wow. Come on.
For I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you, that the Lord Yeshua, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread.
That same night he was betrayed, took bread. You understand? So somebody was around him, wasn't in the right spirit. Wasn't in the right spirit. They ate the Passover with malice and wrath in their minds. And as we keep reading this, it's gonna go into that. Like if you in the wrong mindset eating this, you could be damaging yourself. You understand? So that's why I was saying, stay focused on what you were here for. You know, some of y'all maybe have never tasted lamb before. You're gonna devour it. It's off the chain.
It's good.
It's off the chain. It's beyond good. You understand? Like I don't know what I've been missing out on my whole life, right? But understand, why are you here? Is you here just to taste lamb? You feel me? You're here just to eat. Come on, man. It's deeper than that. What are we here for? Do we keep in memory what has happened? How long can you hold that focus? All right, come on, Ebro.
Verse 24.
Yeah.
And when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you.
Now, look, that's what we was talking about earlier, Keisha. What we was talking about earlier would have to be symbolic. If not, someone could say, well, your Messiah promotes cannibalism.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So everything that we do is symbolic to represent a transformation of mind, what it is we believe in. Everything you do. And whatever you do outwardly that's based out of this is representation of something higher. You feel me? So he's just saying the bread represents his body that was broken. All right, go ahead, Al.
Verse 24 again.
Yeah.
And when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me.
Right. So do this in remembrance of me. He didn't say pull up your garments and go Easter egg hunt.
Right.
Right. Now this ritual they try to do once a month, I believe it is. They call it church communion or something like that. Right. They try to do it like once a month, something like that.
First Sunday.
The night he was betrayed was Passover. It was preparation for the Passover and unleavened bread. That's when he was betrayed.
Right.
So this thing goes down once a year, not once a month. And you can't start adding and making up your own stuff. You feel me? That's when everybody come in with their own worship. Right? Now, of course, every time you eat and drink, thank the Most High God, of course. Right? But this right here happens once a year. It don't happen once a month. You understand? So you can bring in a whole new way of worship or something like that. All right, come on, let's get it.
25. After the same manner, also he took the cup when he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me.
So you understand? The wine represents the blood. You saying drink blood literal? No, that would be against the law of God. You feel me? But even the first covenant was dedicated with blood. Exodus the 19th chapter, if y'all read that. You feel me? So in the blood is life. That's something consistent all throughout what's called the Old Testament as well. So it's just it's symbolic. You feel me? The unblemished lamb, the unleavened bread, the cup we drink, the bitter herb for the bitter bondage, the sting of death, all of it. It's all symbolic. All right. And when y'all get a taste of that bitter herb, it's serious. It's serious. Don't try to go too hard now. You feel me? It's gonna be little chunks of little horseradish root. They're gonna be cutting up and it'll be right there in the center of your table. When we eat that, you gonna feel it. Smacking the back of the head like, wow. Well, then that might clear up some sinuses too. If you stuffed up a little bit, horseradish root, right? Some people eat lettuce. I'm like, nah, that's not bitter. You want to talk about some bitter? That horseradish root will clear up sinuses and everything. You gonna be y'all gonna be slapping the back of them head. What? Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 26.
Yeah.
For as often as ye, verse 26.
Yeah.
For as often as ye eat this bread, and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he comes.
See, so we supposed to remember his death. Don't say his birth, right? It's evident he resurrected, but he didn't even say resurrection, like institute a celebration behind it, right? He said, remember my death. You understand? Now, yeah, they were teaching the resurrection. That's a fact. 3 days and 3 nights, the tomb was empty. Yeah, of course, right? But there was never a feast implemented behind the resurrection. It was about the Passover lamb being put to death, God's lamb. So he said, if you stay focused on that and remember the sacrifice I laid down, remember that until I return. Feel me? That's what he commanded us to do. Anything else is people adding to the book. Adding to the book. That's what Christmas come into play at, which can't be found nowhere in this Bible. Nowhere. Easter eggs and bunnies, nowhere in this Bible at all. Right? I was at the store today. I asked them about Easter eggs. I'm like, I'm looking for the eggs I can scramble tomorrow that bunnies lay. Like, sir, you're in the wrong store. We don't carry those.
He trying to be funny. Yeah. Get him out of here.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Went to Aldi, same thing. Where them eggs that them bunnies lay? Baby, you know bunnies don't lay no eggs.
Make sure you know.
I'm like, oh yeah. What's all this round? What's all this?
Right.
You feel me? Oh, it's just for the kids. You know, just you know better and still choose to go against it. That's the thing. Feel me? And then we complain about ancestors who may have not known what we know, but you know people today that know better and still choose to do opposite. They know the Christmas tree ain't biblical. Baby, I know. I just, okay, so your lust to override what you know is right. Your lust to override it. You feel me? You got examples of you right in front of you every day of people that say, I know what I'm doing is wrong, but I love to do it.
Yeah.
I can't help it. Yeah. I love to do it. You got that right in front of you. You feel me? It ain't just in our generation. Generations on back. Brothers in the 1800s knew who we were. Because I heard speaking. You feel me? And they go through what you go through. Same exact thing. Like, hey, you ain't supposed to be doing it. I know, but
I'm going to do it anyway.
Because I lust to do it. And I know it's wrong, right? But I lust to do it. So you got the same thing in this generation as it was in the generations that came before us. People that know better and still don't do better. Thinking that your lust justifies you in the eyes of God. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 27.
Yeah.
Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily. Unworthily.
That's that malice. We read in 1 Corinthians 5 said, let us keep the feast, not with the leaven of malice and wickedness. That's unworthy. You feel me? You got malice and wickedness on your mind. You partake in this. Right? You eat and drink this unworthy. Come on, bro.
Shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord.
You might as well kill them. You see how long you gotta focus and keep a righteous mindset through this whole thing? You got to eat this deal in haste. You got to stay focused because, look, we could be leaving tonight if everything played out how it was supposed to. Right. We could be leaving tonight. You have no malice, no wickedness because you'll eat damnation on yourself. Right. It's as if you killed them. You might as well been there stabbing or spitting on them.
Tearing off his
beard. It's so quick. Now watch. You're going to see certain things, right? Somebody might want to argue over unleavened bread boxes or I ain't get enough lamb or somebody gonna get in their feelings about something. It happens all the time, right? See how long you can focus on what we really here for. Game on, huh? Yeah. It ain't that hard, man. You just stay sincere in what you're doing. Hey, it really ain't that hard. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 28.
Yeah.
But let a man examine himself.
Right, examine yourself. Get yourself together. Come on.
And so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup.
Yeah.
But he that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself.
See that? You don't want to do that. In other words, you don't want to destroy yourself. All right, come on now.
Not discerning the Lord's body.
Woo.
For this cause many are weak and sickly among you.
Because some have eaten this thing unworthy. Many are weak and sick. See? Many have partook unworthy. That's why he say examine yourself. Right? Let that leaven go. You gotta see, you can't just spend time getting all the breadcrumbs and the jiffy out your cabinets.
Right.
But you ain't worked on getting that evil about your mind. You feel me? Like you'll shalom the brother or sister, but really don't like him. Yeah, that's leaven. That's what are you doing?
They say you being fake.
Yeah. And those you say, because you out there fronting, many are weak and sickly among. That's dangerous. All right, come on, Hebrew.
And many sleep.
And many who?
And many sleep.
Y'all know what kind of sleep that is, right?
They went back to sleep.
Many are dead.
Dead. Oh, my bad. I'm thinking they went back to sleep, as in they don't believe in the truth no more. They ate of it.
I mean, that's a spiritual significance behind it, but when you go into sleep, like 1 Thessalonians 4, concerning those that are asleep, like when the scripture go into it, when they get into sleep, on certain levels, they talk about death. Many people are weak, sickly, and dead. So again, it's just putting a further stop on the focus that you got to maintain while you're there. You feel me? It ain't to scare you, it's just truth. You know what I'm saying? To stay focused. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 31. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged.
Y'all see that? If everybody examined themselves, right? Like if you just, even every day, if you just got to the crib and just went back, you know what, I could have said that different. I could have did this different. I could have responded different to that. I could have turned there. Like if you just start, you feel me? Start judging yourself daily, then you'll be dotting your I's and crossing your T's, in other words. Like we don't even do that no more. We just, whatever, we impulsive. Like somebody say something, you on swole, trying to do something. Mike Bugs in the building. What up, bro? Shalom, Israelites. Y'all good? Hey man, y'all gonna have to squeeze on in. I got another chair right there. It's a chair right there. Chair right there, And some vittles in the back. All good. Shalom, Chris. Chris, you too, bro. What up, here? What up, Big Mike? Good, man. Good, man. What up, Big Mike? Y'all good, everybody? Y'all get that, Hebrew? What's going on? Now we in 1 Corinthians 11, man. Going over the mindset of what we do. We gonna get into it. Shalom, my sister. How art thou? Hey, can you help her out? Like show it to the back right there. I got another chair over here, sister, right here, bang. Or you see anywhere, just make yourself comfy a little taste. We all good. We in 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, what verse?
Verse 31.
Let's get her done.
Verse 31. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. 32. But when we are judged, we are chastised of the most high, that we should not be condemned with the world.
Yeah.
Wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together to eat, tarry one for another. And if any man hunger, let him eat at home.
Yeah.
That ye come not together unto condemnation.
See, so this is bigger than a meal. You feel me? You shouldn't be there like, boy, my stomach touching my back.
Right.
You feel me? Like, get all that together before you get up in there. It's deeper than just a meal. You understand? Tarry one for another. Because if you slip into the mindset of this is just the golden corral, I'm finna smash. Now you in the mindset of not being serious about what is really happening. All right, go ahead, bro.
And the rest I will set in order when I come.
That's powerful. Let's go to John chapter, not John, Matthew 26, I believe it is. Matthew 26. Matthew 26. Got an out-of-town family in the building. All praises to the Most High God. All praises. Everybody made it safe. You know what I'm saying? We're about to get her done. You said what? Hey, man. I mean, if it's on your spirit, my brother, I ain't going to stop it. I I ain't gonna never tell you no, my brother. I started Matthew 26, and we're gonna jump over to John 18 now.
Sorry, verse 17.
I don't know. 17 is a good spot. Let's go back a little bit though. 17 should be cool. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, start at 17. Matthew 26 and 17.
You want to start at 14?
So we're gonna start it?
Yeah, 14.
Let's get it done. The night the Messiah was betrayed.
Matthew 26, verse 14.
Ask yourself if you had been worthy to sit at that table. Would you have eaten the Passover with malice on your heart? Kind of hard, ain't it? Especially in the time where it's drama every second, seems like all type of static going on. All right, let's get it done.
Matthew 26, verse 14.
Yeah.
Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot,
Right,
went unto the chief priests and said unto them, what will ye give me? And I will deliver him unto you. And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver.
Yeah, yeah. Zechariah 12 going to that as well. Like it was all prophesied to happen. Feel me? So he's like, well, look, and this is crazy because this is a brother that actually had spiritual power. When you read Matthew chapter 10, the disciples that he gave spiritual power to, cast out devils and heal the sick. Judas was one of them. Right? Like he straight was like hand selected. See? And still to the very end. This kills that notion once saved, always saved. Judas should be saved then. He actually hugged the Messiah, sat with him, you know what I'm saying? Tasted of the Holy Spirit, got the power of the world to come and all that. Feel me? But didn't finish. You can start off on this thing and miss the mark. That's scary, man. You can start off in this and miss. Ooh-wee, most I dealing with you and you miss. Oh, man. What was all of it for, right? So he went and sold him out. He betrayed him. For 30 people, look, slave wages. That's not even a come up. That's not even a come up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, right? Somebody that actually has spiritual power, trip off that. Somebody that the divine spirit, the Holy Spirit was on, dealing with. When he was in his right spirit, he could walk right up in here and heal whatever kind of disease was, whatever. Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon, boy. I know his daddy like, boy, he was an embarrassment for eternity. No, that ain't my son. Right. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
And from that time, he sought opportunity to betray him.
Yeah.
Verse 17.
I mean, everybody say shalom, ain't your family. Right. It's kind of hard, man. I know. Like, dang, everybody ain't right. All Israel ain't Israel. All right, come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
Verse 17.
Yeah.
Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying unto him, where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? And he said, go into the city to such a man, and say unto him, the master saith, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples. And the disciples did as Yeshua had appointed them, and they made ready the Passover. Now, when the evening was come, he sat down with the 12, and as they did eat, he said, verily, I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. 22. And they were exceeding sorrowful.
Yeah, that'll cut you to the heart. You know he's the Son of God. You done witness all the miracles and all that. Feel me? Somebody up in her false flag.
Snitch.
Oh no, that'll cut you to the heart. Everybody be looking at you under-eyed, sideways. Who is this? Like, you feel me? Like it gets real.
Don't talk no more.
Yeah. Come on, Hebrew.
And they were exceeding sorrowful. Yeah. And began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? And he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born.
You see that? Been better off he had never been born and you betray the Son of the living God. A lot had to fall on somebody. Who was going to do it? Somebody. David prophesied about it in Psalms 35, Psalms 34. My own familiar friend, Psalm 41. Whom I had bread have lifted up his heel against him. Come on, Hebrew.
25. Yeah. Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, Thou hast said. That's just like a nigga to help you look for your money after he stole it.
Yeah.
Is it I?
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, you know, it's in your pocket.
Talking about you gonna help me look for it. Sister Urge. Shalom. That's sister that owns the shop, y'all. Sister Urge. Right on for having us.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All right, come on, Hebrew.
26.
Yeah.
And as they were eating, Yeshua took bread and blessed it and broke it and gave it to the disciples and said, Take, eat. This is my body.
Yeah, the bread is symbolic for the body of Messiah, Mashiach. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, Drink ye all of it, for this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remissions of sin.
Yeah. Hold that. Go to Hebrews 9:22. We come right back there. Hebrews 9:22. Without the shedding of blood, there is no remission of sin. There are a lot of non-messianic haters out there. You understand? Like it's Hebrews 9:22, I believe it is. And then I need Leviticus 17, 10 and 11. Leviticus 17, 10 and 11, Hebrews 9:22. Now watch this. So he's introducing the covenant, the new covenant. You understand? And again, it's all a belief because you wasn't there. You wasn't there to watch his blood get spilled. You wasn't there to watch him crucified. You wasn't there to watch him resurrect, but you believe. So your belief is what makes you whole. Your belief is what makes you vibrate on a higher consciousness. Christ consciousness, or Messiah consciousness, you understand? It's your belief because you wasn't there. So anybody can argue, that didn't happen. How you know you was born 20 years ago? What you mean it didn't happen? Right. You're talking about 2,000 years ago. You understand? So anything you're dealing with from the ancient world, it would have to be a belief. Anything. So they can't just talk about what you into and say, but I can't deal with that Bible because it's all about faith. But you believe in something.
Right.
You understand? Whatever your profession is, you're good at it. You believe you can do it. If you play a musical instrument, you're good at it. You believe you can do it. Everything you deal with is the belief. Even the atheists believe something. You understand? They believe something you ain't never saw. You've never seen a species morph into another species.
Right.
But they believe it.
That's impossible.
Yeah. But they believe it. You understand? So dealing with our thing is no different. Everything you deal with in life deal with faith, a belief in something. You wouldn't be as good as what you're good at if you didn't believe you could do it. All right. For Hebrews 9:22, what did it say, y'all?
Hebrews 9:22.
Yeah.
And almost all things are by the law purged with blood.
With who?
With blood.
So this should be nothing foreign to a Hebrew to hear this represents my blood right here.
Right.
If it ain't his blood, then you're talking about turtle dove blood, bullock blood. What you talking about?
Right.
Right. And you talking about a temple that got to get built with priests that need to lay hands on the sacrifice, and man, ain't nobody doing that. Nobody's doing that. You feel me? So if you don't accept the Messiah, then you need to be doing all these rituals that we're going to read about in Leviticus so you can be clean, but it's impossible for you to do that. It's impossible. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
And without shedding of blood,
shalom,
is Hebrew. No remission.
Say it again.
And without shedding of blood, is no remission.
Without the shedding of blood, there is no remission of sins and transgression. Right? So when he did that in Matthew 26, I'm like, this represents my blood. He's going into the law of the Most High God. Because that's how everything got purged back in the day. Do Leviticus. This is under the order of Aaron. Leviticus 17.
Leviticus 17 and 11.
Yeah.
For the life of flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your soul.
See?
For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul.
See? So that's what you call Old Testament and New Testament. Right? So that shouldn't be foreign to us to hear the blood atones for sin. Something had to die because you transgressed. Something, whether it was an animal, you feel me? In this case, Messiah. Right, who would be symbolic for an unblemished lamb because he never committed a crime against his father. Right? If they had a crime he committed, they'd have been came out with it.
Right.
You had him, if you had him his jacket loaded with sins, they'd be blasting that. They'd be blasting it. You feel me? But they ain't got it. Right? I should go back to Matthew. Matthew 26, where we at?
Verse 28.
Matthew 26, the night the Messiah was betrayed. All right, so we just going into the mindset we ought to be in. We're going to go into when they came and locked him up and everything, right? And how he stood solid. He stood solid when they came for him. He didn't say, come on, dog, they caught us.
Right. Nah. He knew they was going to run.
Man, he's like, nah, y'all looking for me, let my boys go. I'm him. Who you looking for? That's me. Let them go. He ain't like, come on, they caught us, man. No, they caught you. Yeah, he stood solid.
Held it down.
He stood solid. He wasn't on. He wouldn't have been on the first 48.
Right.
You feel me? Telling on his homeboys and them.
They couldn't have gave him a cigarette.
It wouldn't have worked.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He ain't going down.
Matthew 26. Book of Matthew 26.
Verse 28.
Yeah.
For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sin. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom.
That's powerful right there. He said, the day coming when we all gonna toast up. I'm cool. The day coming when we all gonna toast up. You feel me? But you gotta be found worthy to make that cut. You see? So he's like, look, y'all take that amongst yourselves. So the Messiah telling his disciples to drink wine. You feel me? People look at that's still a lot. That's still a lot for some people today, though. People like, I just can't. No, that's you drink.
Juice.
They call that Jesus juice. You drink? Yeah. Well, we don't aim to be drunk, but Scripture tell you, you know what I'm saying, drink and be merry. And enjoy yourself. You feel me? But be grown by what you do. You understand? The short leggers that's not of age, just for it on the record that we drinking grape juice.
Right.
Welch's. You feel me? All right, go to the hymn and then we're going to jump to John 18 because we want to go into when they came and locked him up. At night he was betrayed, right? Go ahead, Hebrew.
And when they had sung a hymn, they went out into the Mount of Olives. Keep going.
Read 31 and 32.
All right. Verse 31. Then saith Yeshua unto them, all ye shall be offended because of me this night. He said they was gonna run.
Yeah.
So ain't no need to say come out the bushes. We got caught. Y'all gonna run anyway. All ye shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad.
Zechariah 13:7. Prophecy. See? Go ahead, Hebrew.
32. But after I am risen again, I will go before you into Galilee.
Jump over to John chapter 18. The story gets even deeper. It picks up over in John 18. So he let it be known they're going to betray me. You understand? He introduced what's called the covenant, bread and wine. Same thing happened with Abraham.
Yep.
When he met preached Melchizedek in Genesis 14.
Broke bread and wine.
Bread and wine. So the bread and wine is just not you just chewing on a morsel of bread. You being initiated into something. You being brought into a covenant. You feel me? It's the same exact thing happened with Abraham and priest Melchizedek in Genesis 14. After Abraham got off the slaughter of the kings, and he said, blessed be the Most High God of Abraham, who has delivered your enemies into your hands. He brought him what? Bread and wine. Messiah is the high priest after the order of Melchizedek. It's the same thing.
He brought bread and wine.
He brought bread and wine to his disciples. Oh, wait. Serious thing. Is it a buffet?
Nah.
Ain't no buffet. Should you be tripping because she may have skipped your table with the unleavened bread crackers? I just go holler at Sister Deborah and say, Sister Deborah, table over there, we ain't get our crackers. Oh, baby, my bad, I got you. Huh? See how long you can focus and keep your mind on the events that have happened and why we here. And look how easy it'll be. You'll see tomorrow. Look how easy it'll be to lose focus. You be arguing over it. Look, you be arguing over worldly music and everything. Like, what is going on up in here? So-and-so just dropped a single, and did you see the game last night? You be like, man, look at that quick. That quick, you lose focus. All right? But we're going to have a good time as well. You're going to be smiling. You're going to enjoy yourself. Never lose focus on why we're here, though. All right? John 18, Hebrew. Start at verse 1. Let's get her done.
John chapter 18, verse 1.
Yeah.
When Yeshua had spoken these words, he went forth with his disciples over the brook of Cedron.
Yeah.
Cedron, where was a garden, into the which he entered, and his disciples, and Judas also, which betrayed him, knew the place. For Yeshua oft times resorted thither with his disciples.
Yeah, you know, just to get away from the stress and the hell of society. A nice secluded spot, garden. A good spot to get your meditation on.
So Judas knew the hangout spot.
He knew the spot where they was at. I know where they be at. Give me 30 pieces of silver. I know exactly where they be at. They be in that garden of Gethsemane. That's where they be at.
That's where we used to hang out at.
That's where we learned all the knowledge and secret of the Holy Spirit. Oh, wait, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 3. Judas then, having received a band of men and officers from the chief priests and Pharisees, coming thither with lanterns and torches and weapons.
What you got weapons for? I thought everybody loved Jesus.
Right.
Everybody got weapons for. He must have been a threat to the establishment. Feel me? You got to grab a band. Oh, that's a nice amount of soldiers.
Hey.
You understand?
That's almost a platoon.
It's nighttime. They got the torches.
Torches.
Right. This is right after he said, look, once they smite the shepherd, sheep gonna scatter. It's right after that. He go into the garden. Judas like, I know where they at. I got my 30 pieces. I know exactly where they at. Come on.
Pull up on.
He pulled on up with a squad, with some torches, and they got weapons. Huh? Come on, Hebrew. Now, we always thought these was Romans up to a couple years ago.
Right.
Thought it was Romans.
These was us.
These were us. The temple had temple guards, officers. I hear people out here, officer of 30,000 and captain of this.
Yeah, it was hog belly, man.
You be like, hey, y'all was the ones sold out to the, y'all was the ones that arrested them.
Right.
How much y'all officers and captains?
Got time.
3 K.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 K.
Yeah. So you see that? It says, and officers from the chief priests and Pharisees. Those were Hebrews.
Hebrews, they no Rome.
Yeah. But they was backed by the Roman Empire. They had Roman authority.
They had a 501c3.
Yeah. Good way to put it. You want to put it out there like that, then? Yeah. That's the way to put that.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Yeshua, therefore, knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, whom seek ye?
Who you looking for? You see? Went right to it. Didn't play around. Wasn't hiding out like Saddam Hussein.
Was hiding.
Wasn't hiding out like Muammar Gaddafi and them. We ain't hiding. Right in your face. Who you looking for?
Right.
Come on, Hebrew.
They answered him, Yeshua of Nazareth. Yeshua said unto them, I am he.
That's me. Ooh.
And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them.
You know his heart had to fall out his chest. Boy. You straight betrayed him. Right? That's worse than death.
He needed his jaw wired.
That's worse than death in most cases. Like, that's betrayal.
Whoa, that hurt.
All right, go ahead, Op.
As soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backward and fell to the ground.
See how much power he speak with? Like, I am he. They hit the floor. They hit the ground when they heard him speak. It's crazy. Like, so yeah, you thinking, you know, he just was, you know, diddly do neighbors. I love everybody. This is the exuberance. And okay. He said, I am he. And soldiers get to hitting the ground. Like, dang. Yeah. He spoke with authority. He spoke with power. You feel me? Was direct and strategic with his words. To where they come lock him up. He say, I am he. They hit the floor. Who got the power? This is one so-called man who ain't even take up arms against the Roman Empire. He didn't even take up arms. I come out with weapons, torches. Who y'all looking for? Oh, that's me. Y'all hit the ground. Who got the power? Who really got the power? All right, they probably getting up, straightening their stuff back up. Right. Just happened. Right? Go ahead, Hebrew.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
Then asked he them again, whom seek ye? And they said, Yeshua of Nazareth. Yeshua answered, I have told you that I am he. If therefore ye seek me, let these go their way.
That's solid right there. You know what I'm saying? If you looking for me, let everybody else go. I told you I'm who you looking for. All right, come on, Hebrew.
That the saying might be fulfilled, which he spake, of them which thou gavest me, have I lost none. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it. Let me read that again. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it, and smote the high priest's servant, and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus.
Malchus, right? But Moses said the high priest servant. These weren't even Romans. You feel me? This was what you would call civil war.
Right.
You feel me? Believers versus non-believers. Peter rolled with a sword. Now trip off how strategic and how skilled he gotta be. Right? To pull a sword and aim at somebody's ear and cut it off clean. That's skill. Like you couldn't just take and you ain't got no skill in that, boy, you gonna cut half his head off.
Right.
It's swinging wildly at it, but if you can aim at his ear and hit his ear and don't even give him a skin fade behind it, ooh-wee. So who was this around Christ? Like he had some men around him that was ready for war.
Yeah, Navy SEAL.
Hey.
Team 6 type.
Like don't y'all try it. I'm just saying, like you know, you thought about it, like if I had me a sword right now and aimed it at KJ right there, you feel me?
You might get it.
I don't know, man. Feel me? But you gotta be strategic, you gotta be skillful and quick with it.
Right.
And your sword gotta be sharp. That can't be a butter knife you pull out. That means you got deadly skill. You're very well trained with the sword.
You gotta do it with style. You know, us Hebrews, we got to put it back in the sheet.
Almost like your boy in the book of Eli. Right. Give me that, touch me again, you ain't gonna get it back.
Right.
Yeah. So this was a Hebrew whose ear got cut off. He was a servant to the high priest. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
Verse 11.
Yeah.
Then said Yeshua unto Peter, put up thy sword into the sheath.
Oof.
The cup which my Father hath given me, shall I not drink it?
You're like, look, there's no stopping prophecy. Like, Peter, your sword is not going to bring salvation to the situation.
Right.
Feel me? Like, stop trying to stop what it is that must be fulfilled. That's what Peter would, because he loved them. Which is, I mean, that's understandable. You're like, man, I wish somebody would touch you.
Right.
You feel me? If you ever been that close with anybody, you feel me? You know, they didn't have a problem, or your problem is my problem. Who coming to get you? I wish somebody would come up in there talking about they got a problem with you. That's how Peter treated the situation. You feel me? Yeah. But he's like, look, man, put that up. You feel me? Put that gun back in that holster. You tripping. You feel me? This must be fulfilled. Powerful. Come on, huh?
Then the band and the captain and officers of the Jews took Yeshua and bound him and led him away to Annas first. For he was father-in-law to Caiaphas, which was the high priest that same year.
The Messiah had handcuffs and shackles on. Yeah. Y'all done felt them before. Cut into your flesh. Go ahead, Hebrew.
Now Caiaphas was he which gave counsel to the Jews that it was expedient that one man should die for the people.
Yeah, that was John 11. John 11. Matter of fact, let's go there real quick. Go to John 11 and 40. John 11. That's a good one. We stood up at the end of it. John 11 and 52, 51. No, 50. Oh, now you got to go on up, man. 47. Yeah, start at 47. Start at 47. John 11 and 47. And read on down to like 42.
52.
52.
Okay. 52. John 11, John chapter 11, verse 47.
Sure.
Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council, and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him.
See, they had to huddle up because he was taking their power. Feel me? They were over the nation. They were given their authority by the Roman Empire. The Messiah coming through with power they ain't never seen before. And like, if we don't do something about him, we gonna lose control over this nation. Right. So what do we do about this? Huddle up. It's like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton getting together. You feel me? And what we gonna do about all these Hebrews? You feel me? Spreading this word like this. All right, go ahead, Hebrew. You can't do nothing.
Right.
Come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. And one of them, named, what's his name? Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. And this spake he not of himself.
Of course not.
But being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yeshua should die for that nation.
Yeah, he the high priest after the order of Aaron, talking about the high priest after the Melchizedek order. That's powerful. You feel me? Like somebody gonna have to decrease her.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna have to lose their power. All right? Read on down to like 53.
And not for verse 52. And not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of Yah that were scattered abroad.
Ooh-wee. Come on.
Then from that day forth, they took counsel together for to put him to death.
I thought everybody loved Jesus. Must have been a threat. Messiah had to be a threat. I mean, why is death always on the table? You feel me? Like, you don't sit up and hold councils over the tooth fairy.
Right.
We got to put her to death. Mother Nature, we got to put that heifer to death, man. That's Mother Nature. Like, if it's all made up and it's all fake, why is it so much death on the table? Why has everybody got a problem? What's going on? Right?
Why is people willing to die about it?
Yeah.
You got like all Peter, all them ready to die about it.
Fully resolved. Let's get back to John 18. John 18, right? So the Caiaphas, right? That was verse 14.
No, 15.
15.
John 18, verse 15.
Yeah.
And Simon Peter followed Yeshua, and so did another disciple. That disciple was known unto the high priest, and went in with Yeshua into the palace of the high priest. But Peter stood at the door without. Then went out that other disciple, which was known unto the high priest, and spake unto her that kept the door, and brought in Peter. Then saith the damsel that kept the door unto Peter, art not thou also one of this man's disciples?
Like, ain't you one of his boys right there?
He said,
I seen you over there on Martin Luther King and so with him. Ain't you one of them Nazarenes?
Yeah.
One of them Yahoo boys? Ain't that one of y'all? Like, dang. Brother, didn't I see you on YouTube?
I don't know.
You be getting one of them. You be going, who, me? Nah, man. I thought that was you.
Nah,
that ain't me. Nah, I'm just playing. What's up, man? Yeah.
He said,
go ahead.
He said, I am not. And the servants and officers stood there, who had made a fire of coal, but it was cold, and they warmed themselves. And Peter stood with them and warmed himself. The high priest then asked Yeshua of his disciples and of his doctrine. Yeshua answered him, I spake openly to the world.
Yeah, there ain't no secret in what I talk. That's what he tells me. He's like, man, ain't no secret. Everything I did, I spoke openly. Right. He told his disciples, what I tell you in your ear, get on the rooftop and yell it abroad. Tell everybody. This ain't Masonic. This ain't you keeping secrets to get to higher levels. And he like, no, I'll tell everybody. Right. Every breathing creature what this is about. He's like, I spake openly to the world. Right? Go ahead.
I ever taught in the synagogue.
Yeah, I always was in y'all churches and places of worship. Always was up in there. Go ahead.
And in the temple.
Yeah.
Whether the Jews always resort and and in secret. Have I said nothing?
Yeah, this is not Masonic. This is not vows of secrecy and hazing rituals and whatever you want to call it. Right? He's like, man, I spoke openly. It ain't no secret in what I talk about.
Right.
Right? Everybody know what I'm talking about. I ask them. I'm right in the spot where they be at. Come on, Hebrew.
21.
Yeah.
Why askest thou me? Ask them which heard me what I have said unto them. Behold, they know what I said. Huh? He sound like a Hebrew, man. They heard what I said. So go ask them.
And he's defending himself. See, they in court. He on trial. Defending himself. Shooting straight. All right? Like, you go to court today, tuck your shirt in. Yeah. Yes, sir. Like, look, you're going away for 40 years, buddy. You saying, sir, yes, sir, to him ain't finna get nothing reduced.
Nah.
You coming in there with your tie on, with your little blazer, it don't mean nothing. You feel me? Like, you go in front of the judge today and switch up your talk. You feel me? You stop shooting straight. You don't speak with as much force. You start calling him sir. Like he one of your golf buddies or something like that. He's shooting straight. Ask them, they know what I said. Get him on out here. Where your witnesses at? Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Check this out, 22. Yeah. And when he had thus spoken, one of the officers which stood by struck Yeshua with the palm of his hand.
Oh, boy, you
saying,
got an answer in that day, boy. You wanted it, like, you smacked him?
He smacked him. Just to let you know that Yeshua wasn't talking soft to the judge.
Yeah, I'm saying. But trip off this, though. Trip off this. That's on your record.
He slapped the Son of God.
You smacked the Son of God. And he the one you gotta bow to on Judgment Day. And you smacked him. Oh wee. Come on, Hebrew.
22 again.
Yeah, also a good, excellent point. He couldn't have been talking soft because you don't slap nobody.
Talking soft. Yeah.
You don't smack nobody like that.
22.
Yeah.
And when he had thus spoken, one of the officers which stood by struck Yeshua with the palm of his hand, saying, answerest thou the high priest so? Yeshua answered him, if I have spoken evil, bear witness of the evil.
Yeah, you feel me? Just because you and your little feelings about it. If what I said was evil, chapter and verse.
Right.
You understand? Bear witness of the evil. Come on now.
But if well, why smitest thou me? He's gonna ask him that question again.
Come on.
Now Annas has sent him bound unto Caiaphas, the high priest. And Simon Peter stood and warmed himself. They said therefore unto him, art not thou also one of his disciples? He denied it and said, I am not.
Look at that. This same old Peter, man, it just was gangster. You feel me? Just cut your ear off.
Gangster Peter.
I wish somebody would come on up in her. Same old Peter. You see how quick that all that tough juice, you'll lose that. You'll lose that quick. I hear you rapping. I wish you would. I know what I'm gonna do. Them guillotines come out. I know what I'm gonna do.
Right.
When it's time to walk up them 13s, I know. Peter was on that same thing. Feel me? Ain't nothing wrong being confident. Feel me? Like being fully persuaded and confident that you're not gonna go against the Most High. Feel me? But I always keep this in mind right here. Peter was tough talk. Right? He actually was about that action until he told him put this sword back up in the sheath. Like he was the first one to pull out. Like, hey,
hold on.
What y'all on? You did? But hey, all that tough talk went out the window. You feel me? When he seen his master shackled, same master that was working wonders, walking on water and taking a few pieces of bread and fish and feeding thousands. Same master. When he seen him as if he was powerless, now they like, look, ain't you one of them? Nah, that ain't me. I don't know what you're talking about.
He ain't want no problem.
He ain't want none of that. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 26.
Yeah.
One of the servants of the high priest, being his kinsman, whose ear Peter cut off.
This the same cat. This is the same cat. That's him. That just cut my ear off. I know that's you.
Let me read him again. 26. Yeah. One of the servants of the high priest, being his kinsman, whose ear Peter cut off, said, did not I see thee in the garden with him? Yeah. Nigga, didn't I see you in the garden?
Hey, head wrapped. You feel me? Boned and everything. He's like, look, you the one cut my ear off. I just saw you. Lost that courage quick.
Hey, 27. Peter then denied again, and immediately the cock crowed. A crew. Verse 28. Then led they Yeshua from Caiaphas unto the hall of judgment, and it was early, and they themselves went not into the judgment hall, lest they should be defiled.
Yeah, now it's early in the morning. See, it was at nighttime they came with torches.
Right.
Now they transitioning to the morning when we get up. Early in the morning, he still got to go to court. And you feel me, get handed over to Pilate and all that. So now it's early in the morning. All right, go ahead.
But that they might eat the Passover.
Yeah, because the unleavened bread feast is coming up by the end of that day. All right, come on.
29. Pilate then went out unto them and said, what accusation bring ye against this man? They answered and said unto him, if he were not a malefactor, my bad. If he were not a malefactor, we would not have delivered him up unto thee.
You know what I'm saying? So these is the sellouts of our nation handing us over to the cops. Like, look, if he wasn't no troublemaker, feel me? He wasn't a little rebel. Right? The boy's a revolutionary. If he wasn't no revolutionary, we wouldn't have handed him over to you. You understand? In FBI.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here.
Or you feel me? Whoever. Then you got first they was Hebrews dealing with him. Now they take him over to the so-called authority. Who you call a white man today. Now you got your own people handing him over. They said, look, if he wasn't no troublemaker, if we could handle him, we wouldn't have brought him to you. Right. All right, come on now.
Then said Pilate unto them, take ye him and judge him according to your law. The Jews therefore said unto him, it is not lawful for us to put any man to death.
Why is death on the table? What is all this about? Why must he be murdered because you don't want to give up power? Right. What's up with all that? Everywhere we turn, they talking about death. Must have been a threat to the establishment. Come on now.
Verse 32. That the saying of Yeshua might be fulfilled, which he spake, signifying what death he should die. Verse 33. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again and called Yeshua and said unto him, art thou the king of the Jews? Yeshua answered him, sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me?
So he's not talking like, sir, yes, sir, please spare me. Right. You asking me because you want to know, or you asking me, you understand, because you heard that about me. See, he's still in court. He's defending himself. Right. But he's still shooting straight. He's not looking, in other words, he's not looking for the mercy of the court, for the mercy of the judge. You understand? He's shooting straight. All right, go ahead.
Pilate answered, am I a Jew? Thine own nation and the chief priest have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Yeshua answered, My kingdom is not of this world.
Yeah.
If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight?
You see? So he's saying if this was my kingdom, if this was about it'd have been a civil war between the believing Hebrews and the non-believing Hebrews. If that was Yeshua's kingdom, then. See that you won't read, you'll never go through that in church. They'll never read that. It's like certain things that have you thinking militarily, feel me? They purposely leave out. Thank you. They purposely leave that out. He just told Pilate, look, if this was my kingdom, my servants would be fighting. Right? If this was mine, it'll be war right now. It'll be civil war between those that ride with me out of my people and those that don't. That's how serious this situation is. All right, go ahead, Al.
Verse 36 again. Yeshua answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. Pilate therefore said unto him, art thou a king then? Yeshua answered, thou sayest that I'm a king.
Yeah.
To this end was I born.
So I was born king.
And for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice.
Powerful. Go ahead.
Pilate saith unto him, what is truth? And when he had said this, he went out again unto the Jews and saith unto them, I find in him no fault at all, but ye have a custom that I should release unto you one at the Passover. Will ye therefore that I release unto you the King of the Jews? Then cried they all again, saying, not this man, but Barabbas.
Yeah.
Now Barabbas was a robber.
Yeah, they chose a robber over the Son of God. Let's get into chapter 19. Story's heating up, huh? Yeah. Story's heating up. Another barbershop, chop shop.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank the Most High for allowing our out-of-town family to make it in safe.
Praise.
We're throwing down tomorrow at even 6 o'clock. 3900 Goodfella, the Omega Center, baby. Let's get her done.
This is John chapter 19, verse 1.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Then Pilate therefore took Yeshua, and scourged him.
Yes, y'all know what that means. Scourged him, tormented him, beat him. You understand? Now, if you want to get into like how them Romans got down for real, like do some research. Strip off tools used for crucifixion. Right? Hideous. Somebody like you talking about they invented ways to torture you. Them Romans ain't no joke. Almost like them boys Boko Haram over there in Africa somewhere. The Muslims or ISIS. They come up with new ways to torture you. Them Romans, boy, they got them hands on you, you would be tortured. They scourged the Messiah. Go ahead, Hebrew.
And the soldiers plaited a crown of thorns and put it on his head. They put on him a purple robe.
Yeah.
And said, hail, King of the Jews. And they smote him with their hands.
Now that's on their record. They mocked him. Right? Put a crown of thorns, threw a purple robe on him, mocked him. And then start smacking him up. That's on their record. Can you imagine in that day? You looking in them fiery eyes. Huh? And the books are open. Oh, that's you. You slapped them too.
They might not open the books, but we already know you ain't in here.
No, you ain't.
No, and waste some time. Where we at?
4.
Verse 4. Pilate therefore went forth again and saith unto them, behold, I bring him forth to you, that ye may know that I find no fault in him. Then came Yeshua forth, wearing the crown of thorns and the purple robe. And Pilate saith unto them, behold the man. When the chief priests therefore and officers saw him, they cried out, saying, crucify him, crucify him. Pilate saith unto them, take ye him and crucify him, for I find no fault in him. The Jews answered him, We have a law, and by our law, he ought to die because he made himself the son of Yah.
Hear that? No, they bringing in death after making up laws. Because the scripture actually say, matter of fact, we grab it, Psalms 82, 6 and 7. Scriptures actually say that we are gods. You understand? We gonna die like men. And that's because we children of the Most High God. That's why. You feel me? So for the fact that he was saying that he was the son of God, you feel me? There is no law on record that he should be stoned for that. They making up and twisting law, twisting Torah. You feel me? To put him to death by their own agenda. That's their own agenda. Right. You dig? B Hood in the building. Shalom. He broke. Look at Achmelech. Look at how skinny black in the building. Out of town bros in the building, man. Y'all make yourselves at home, brother. Brothers brought more chairs. Achmelech in the building. Yeah, how you doing, man? Yeah, good, man. Skinny black, Mikhail's in there. What up, baby? Easy, my brother. What's up with you, bro? Y'all good? Good to see your face, bro. Good to see your face. All praise. Out of town guests in the building. Out of town family. We all good.
Psalms 82, verse 6.
Yeah, so they said he should die because he said he's the son of God. Right? Right. We have a law, but what law are you talking about? What law do you violate? You see? If you ain't in the right spirit of the law, the Most High, you can manipulate. Right? If you corner on what you do, you can manipulate the law of the Heavenly Father. You see? So that's what they was doing because they said Moses' seat. So whatever they said, people like, oh, that's a man of God. Sure, it's true. Of course it's true. But we got a law that say he should be dead for saying that.
Right. Did nobody say where that at?
Yeah, where that chapter and verse, where that's at?
Go get the scroll.
Right? This court process is so sloppy. You understand? Where your two witnesses at?
Right.
Psalms 82, 6 and 7. What did it say, y'all?
Psalms 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are gods.
Yeah.
And all of you are children of the Most High.
Yeah, the Most High. Look, I've said you are gods. Right? All of you are children of the Most High. Those that don't want to promote the other side of this always stop right there. They never go to verse 7. All right, go ahead, Doc.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
But ye shall die like men.
Yeah, but you're going to die. We children of the Most High God, you understand? But you're going to die like a man. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
And fall like one of the princes.
Yeah.
Arise, O Elohim, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations.
Jump over to John chapter 10, John 10 and 30. John 10 and 30. 30 to 36. Oof. Man, you're going to have to read 30 to 42 on that one. Then we back in John 19. The night the Messiah was betrayed, baby. You understand? And we're here to make sure we in the right mindset. You feel me? In the right vibration and spirit while we partake in the Passover unleavened bread feast tomorrow. Make sure we in the right spirit. It's not the buffet. You understand? Like, we're supposed to be focused on the great things that have happened for us, whether it was us leaving out of Egypt or the sacrifice the Messiah made for us. A serious time, right? Don't lose focus and forget it. It's real easy to lose focus. It's real easy to get carnal. You be arguing with everybody about nothing if you don't check yourself. Nakamya in the building. What's up with you, Hebrew?
Shalom.
Yeah. He arrives late. Yeah.
Almost started at 27.
Yeah, how you been?
No, I'm sorry, 25. John chapter 10, verse 25. Yeshua answered them, I told you, and ye believe not.
Yeah.
The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me.
So the works that he do bear witness he is who he is. He'd have to go around, in other words, and say, I'm Yahushua, I'm Yahshua, I'm Yahushua. Based off what he was doing, proved who he was. You understand? The works proved it. If nothing else proved it, look what he's doing. The Pharisees and them ain't even coming close.
Right.
It's not the same sport. It's not even the same stadium. It's not close. Nobody ever came close since. All right, go ahead, Al.
26. but ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you.
So he's shooting straight. He wasn't playing with them Pharisees. Y'all know, like a lot of people like to focus on the mercy he was doing, which is good. You know, he was healing our people, and you know, Israel need that. But you never sit down and slow down and go over the arguments he was having with the religious leaders. These are the things that got him labeled as a threat, and eventually was what put him to death.
Yeah, that's crazy, because he went to somebody's house.
Yeah.
He was at somebody's house talking greasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's talking greasy. Anybody else, somebody come to your house talking greasy, hey man, bro, you got to go. You got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Wasn't nothing that going down.
That's Luke 11 too, verse 37 on down. He got invited to the Pharisee house, and he didn't spare no feelings at all. Everybody got cut. They like, man, this dude is serious. But these were the dialogues that offended, you feel me, those that had the power by the Romans to crucify. Feel me? Certain people get offended, you're gonna be marked. You know that, right? You right talking about Yahoo, Shalom, Hebrew. One day you're gonna offend the wrong person. They got that power to turn you in. You understand? You living in America where they got what's called the black identity extremists. They got their claws out now. You can be labeled a terrorist and get swooped up and held, no bond, no nothing. If somebody just think, if the right person get wind of what it is you own, at any time you can be swooped up off the streets.
They're gonna waterboard you.
Anytime. You feel me? So you gotta be prepped for that. Like just like they came from Messiah. He like, who y'all looking for? That's me. Let them go. You gotta be ready to rock any second. This thing can go down. And you dealing with the orange, what Jacob called him, the orange pervert. What do you call him? The orange pervert. Oh, he goes, the orange pervert, Donald Trump, you. Yeah, you dealing with him, and he got executive orders to label you an extremist. And you ain't cut off nobody here. Right? At any moment, you can be labeled an extremist and swooped up off these streets. So we got to be focused on what it is we doing, right? Come on, Ox, let's get it.
Verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish. Neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand.
Powerful.
My Father, which gave them me, is greater than all. Let me read that again.
Yeah, that's powerful.
My Father, which gave them me, is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand.
Yeah.
I and my Father are one.
Oh, that's way over. Somebody, you're going to get killed behind statements like that. I and my Father are one. On one accord. You understand? In total agreement with his Father. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Then the Jews took up stones again to stone him. Yeshua answered them, many good works have I showed you from my Father. For which of those works do ye stone me?
Right, so understand, these ain't the entire Israelite nation, the kingdom of Judah. These are the religious leaders that want to stone him. When you see the Jews want to stone him, none of the Jews accepted Jesus. You hear that too. You be like, that's a lack of study. Many of them, the poor loved the Messiah.
Right.
It was the religious leaders that had a problem with it. So they taking up stones to stone him. Well, which work do you stone me for?
Which one?
Which law have I broken? Right, and the judgment is a stoning. Chapter and verse.
That's what he
So
said.
you got our people ready to execute him without a proper trial. Don't even got their witnesses together. They jump right in their feelings and said stone him.
They start picking up stones.
Right? Life was under threat way before he even got crucified. You feel me? You got like 40 days out before his crucifixion. They was calling for his stoning. You see that? You see why he had to go duck off and hide up in the garden sometimes? Like, these Hebrews will kill you. Come on, bro, let's get it.
33. The Jews answered him, saying, for a good work we stone thee not, but for blasphemy, and because that thou, being a man, makest thyself Elohim. Yeshua answered them, is it not written in your law? I said, ye are God.
We just read it in Psalms 82.
Yep, Psalms 82 and 6.
Right? They say he worthy of death, but we just read that it's written in your law. I said you're God.
That's what it says.
Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 35. If he called them God, unto whom the word of Yah came, and the scripture cannot be broken. Let me read that again.
Yeah, powerful.
If he called them God, unto whom the word of Yah came.
Who did the word of God come to? Children of Israel. Go ahead, Doc.
And the scripture cannot be broken.
Come on.
Say ye of him, whom the Father hath sanctified and sent into the world, thou blasphemest, because I said, I am the Son of Yah. If I do not the works of my Father, believe me not.
You constantly stay on the works. Look at my action. Look what I'm doing. If I ain't doing the works I was sent to do, then don't believe. All right, come on now.
But if I do, though ye believe not me, believe the works, that ye may know and believe that the Father is in me, and I in him. Therefore they sought again to take him, but he escaped out of their hands.
You see how he had to be incog Hebrew. They was always looking to lock him up, catch him up in his word, stone him. You dig? Let's go huddle up and, you know what I'm saying, lock him on up.
Right.
Got up out of there. You got to know how to do that too. That's a skill. You got to know how to slide in certain times. You feel me? Like, you can't be bow-legged in the shoulders all the time. Like, you finna whoop everybody in here.
You got to know how to get little.
You got to learn how to just, you know, let me go ahead and slide off and let y'all have it. Let y'all smell each other breath for a minute. I'm cool. Let me get up out of here. Let him finish. I'm coming to you guys. Go ahead. Finish that off, bro.
Verse 40. And went away again beyond Jordan into the place where John at first baptized. And there he abode. And many resorted unto him and said, John did no miracle, but all things that John spake of this man were true.
Wow.
And many believed on him there.
All right, let's go back to John 19. Nehemiah, what you got over there, Hebrew? What's going down?
Man, look, it wasn't no easy walking. It wasn't nothing to be proud of. Look, everybody running here claiming they Christian, bragging and boasting. Back then, when you got your head off,
yes, sir.
But it's true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand the reason why that's going to always be, because this word, this truth, this walk is enmity against the world. Will not do it. You in there and everybody do neighbor with you. Might be off.
Diddly do neighbor. Diddly do neighbors. Yeah. All right, let's go back. We John 19. John 19, right?
John 19, verse 8. Well, I'm going to start at verse 7 again. Verse 7. Then the Jews answered him, we have a law, and by our law he ought to die, because he had made himself the son of Elohim.
What law is that? Has anybody found it yet?
Nope.
What law in the Torah say that? We just read a psalm that said, ye are gods and children of the Most High, but you're going to die like men. They wanted to stone him before in John chapter 10 because of this. What law are you talking about? That's why you always got to do a chapter and verse. Come on, let's get into this. You feel me? Brother, you sinning. Chapter, give it to me, chapter and verse. You can't just take nobody's word for it. You feel me? Because people will look, some people will take you to trial and assassinate your character over an opinion. Over just because they don't like what this say, you don't like what I'm doing. Don't call it a sin. I thought. I say, brother, I don't think you should, you know, drink that. Okay, that's cool. I'll take that under consideration.
Right.
You understand? But just because you don't like it, don't make it a crime against the Most High God. You feel me? If you want to start talking crimes against the Most High, sin, then you must bring out the scriptures that's being violated. That's all. You feel me? Other than that, we fall in the same spirit of the Pharisees that wanted to put Messiah to death. Come on, man. We know these things. We know these things. Come on, Hebrew. Let's get it. Yeah.
Know who the accuser of the brethren is. We get verse 8.
I believe so, bro.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
When Pilate therefore heard that saying, he was the more afraid.
He's like, who am I dealing with? Right?
Who is this?
Y'all said God. First it was king. Then it was, now y'all talking God.
Wait a minute.
What is going on here? Right? Now, mind you, Pilate is ruling Judea under the order of Caesar. So he got to control all rebellion when you're done talking. You feel me? Or he could lose his life.
Yep.
You understand? Shalom, bro. Or he could lose his life. All right. Come on, bro.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
And went again into the judgment hall, and saith unto Yeshua, Whence art thou? But Yeshua gave him no answer.
So he asked him, well, who are you? You feel me? This whole time you've been in front of me, they done scourged you. They done put a crown of thorns on your head. They done mocked you. They rather have Barabbas released. They rather do all this, right? It done went from king to where your kingdom at to God now. So he go back and say, man, who are you? So I don't even answer. I ain't got no words for you. You feel me? This don't sound like somebody that's throwing himself at the mercy of the court.
Nah.
Like, judge, you know, please, yeah. And no. Right. Okay, yes, okay, yes. Now he ain't dug none of that. Shot straight. This is what it is. Right? Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 10.
Yeah.
Then saith Pilate unto him, Speakest thou not unto me?
But you the nerd, nigga, you not speaking? Go ahead.
Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee and have power to release thee?
Now we talking about power now. Power, you did. Now when you get talking about power, now you talking about God. Elohim, El means power.
Right.
Or power. So now he boasting like he Nebuchadnezzar back in the day. You did.
Right.
That's surely my power has gotten me all this. My power, surely. But don't you know I got power to spare your life? Or power to kill you? This is what he's saying to the Son of the living God, whom he got to face in that day.
Yeah.
And you better believe this moment gonna be brought right back up.
You
still got something to say about you got some power. Come on, Doc.
Verse 11. Yeshua answered, Thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above. Therefore, he that delivereth me unto thee hath the greater sin.
Yeah. Man, that go all the way back to Judas. Then to, you know what I'm saying, it's the leaders of the people. He said, the only power you got is given from above. We need to realize that too, dealing with the nations that we in bondage to and all that. Everything's been dictated by the Most High.
All the damn Most High ruling the kingdom.
Now, they done went overboard, so they must answer. That's easy work, of course. When you done talking, there is no power that has not been sanctioned or ordained by the Most High God. And we did what we were supposed to do. We would have never been under the boots of these devils anyway. Hard pill to swallow. The same, you come from the same people that sold out the Son of God. They said, let the curse be on our children. You feel me? That's major, man. You wonder why I went through the worst slavery ever known to mankind. Yeah. Like that was like, so what happened is nothing to sneeze at and say, well, I could have did that. You feel me? That's why you take this time serious time. Serious reflection. You feel me? Get yourself together, let the leaven go, the hatred and the malice, let all that go. Let all that go. You understand? All right, come on, bro.
Verse 12.
Yeah.
And from thenceforth Pilate sought to release him. But the Jews cried out, saying,
see, Pilate like, I don't want nothing to do with this. Right. You feel me? Y'all got me some quicksand. I don't want nothing to do with this. But what did Jews say?
If thou let this man go, thou art not a friend. Excuse me, let me read that again. They said, if thou let this man go, thou art not Caesar's friend.
Now look at that. Now, how is how the Hebrews playing the master card?
Huh?
How you saying, look, man, if you let him go, you ain't no friend of Donald Trump.
Right.
That's like saying that.
Like he your friend.
Like, you feel me? Like these cats told massa on us. You feel me? And it's the same spirit today when you run into a whole bunch of Hebrews that don't believe in the Messiah. And they always be throwing this you know what I'm saying? He was an invention of a white man and all that. You be like, bruh, y'all the ones that sold him out. Like, y'all the ones told Caesar on him.
That's it.
Y'all even boxed Herod in. Not Herod, but Pilate didn't even want nothing to do with it.
Right.
After so long, Pilate like, look, we need to let him go. This thing done went from king to kingdom to God.
Right.
Man, who are you? Hey, look, I don't see. Look, he ain't did nothing wrong. Let him go. You feel me? They on some no. Hey, hold on. If you finna let him go, we gonna tell Caesar on you. We going over your head, Pilate, which would have been a death sentence for him. They done box Pilate on in. Well, these non-messianics are sellouts when you done talking. That same spirit that deliver you over today. Deliver you over today. They don't look stuff coming down the line like Mark of the Beast and all that. I ain't ready for all that. You feel me? They don't read Revelation, so they not even ready for that. You feel me? So they'd be like, yeah, whatever I got to do to, keep living and do it. Are you looking for who? Oh man, they be over there. They in St. Louis. They right over there. I know exactly where they at. Anything to keep the heat off you. Them non-messianics are sellouts, man. Yeah, I'm still there. That one boy said, "We snitch." What he said? He said, "Boy, if you're wanted, I'm turning you in.
I'm turning you in.
If you're wanted, I'm turning you in."
He gonna testify.
I'm like, boy, if this Negro ain't Pharisee stock, this Negro is Pharisee stock here. He said it on the camera. We snitch. If you're wanted, I'm turning you in. I'm gonna tell everybody out here.
They're not.
I'm like, dang, and he an officer. He's claiming he an officer too.
That's what they do though.
These are the officers and captains locked up Christ. They locked up Messiah. They locked Hamashiach up.
That's what they did.
It was the officers and captains. They got everybody around here talking about they a captain of 30,000.
Right.
An officer of 10,000.
Right.
Right. It's more people in this room than they got in their organization. They officer of 30,000.
Right. Boy, that was amazing.
Them the ones that locked him up. It's crazy, man. Right. It's just straight up. Straight up.
Verse 12. And from thence, wait a minute. Yeah,
that's
crazy. Verse 12 still. Verse 12, and from thenceforth Pilate sought to release him, but the Jews cried out, saying, if thou let this man go, thou art not Caesar's friend. Whosoever maketh himself a king speaketh against Caesar.
Wow. Wow. They gonna play the Roman card on their own brother.
Right.
I thought it was all shalom.
No.
Now trip off this. What mindset the Pharisees supposed to be in? Being this Passover. You see? They got all malice and bloodshed and wrath on their mind.
All type of leaven in their heart.
All type of leaven. And talking about they don't want to be defiled because they want to keep the
hypocrite.
You already defiled. What are you talking about? Already got in your mind to kill your brother. Once you done, it's just a different of belief. Beliefs will have people go to war with you. Right. Beliefs will have people disown you. So we all brothers and sisters, right? But a belief, an ideology, I had somebody say, get him right there. Get him. Crucify him right there. I thought we was all bruised. I just feel the Hebrew love. Shalom. All right, I hear you.
With your friends.
Yeah. Come on out.
Verse 13. When Pilate therefore heard that saying, he brought Yeshua forth. He don't want to lose his job.
Yeah. Yes, he knows. He knows it's gonna be a problem. Hold on, our sister got a question. Go ahead, sister.
All right, so this Passover, they should be focusing on them coming out of Egypt, right?
Yeah.
So that's where the Pharisees are. But at the same time, they're still under a certain level of bondage because they're under the kingdom or the kingship of Caesar, right?
Yeah. They're in their own land being taxed. They got to pay tributary to Rome. You feel me? So anytime you're in a position of paying tribute, you're being overtaxed. You understand? To where you're in a subservient position to someone else. So excellent point. Like you were supposed to be free, remembering your freedom from one oppressor, but you're being oppressed in your own land, and because you're given certain authority, you oppress your own. Check out that. Like you oppress your own based off the authority the oppressor give you. It's like the house nigga and the field nigga. Same thing. It's the same exact thing. It's the same psychology.
Oh, white cop, black cop.
Yeah.
Get pulled over.
White cop, black cop. Hey, boy. Hey, boy. You remember that scene in Boys in the Hood, boy? No, Menace to Society?
Yeah.
Boy, the black cop went in on Trey and them. Went in on him. White cop was looking like, where'd you learn that from? I hate you niggas. The white cop was sitting back there like, dang.
Well, they pulled over somebody that was white.
Yeah.
And they couldn't do that.
Nah.
Like one of them rolling 60s.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Like one of them Crenshaw Mafia.
You know what the name is, bro?
I don't know nothing.
Not a movie, son.
I don't know nothing, man. All right, come on, let's do it.
I ain't do nothing. Verse 13. When Pilate therefore heard that saying, he brought Yeshua forth and sat down in the judgment seat in a place that is called the pavement.
Ooh.
But in the Hebrew, Gabbatha.
Who?
Gabbatha.
Gabbatha, the pavement. Y'all learn the Hebrew.
Yep,
the Bafa, the pavement. Go ahead.
Verse 14. And it was the preparation of the Passover.
Yeah.
About the 6th hour. And he saith unto the Jews, behold, your king. But they cried out, away with him, away with him, crucify him. Pilate saith unto them, shall I crucify your king? The chief priest answered, we have no king but Caesar.
Yeah. You see that? You can't say these cats ain't sellouts.
We ain't got no president but Donald Trump.
That's all. That's our only rule is Donald Trump.
That's what it said.
Look, and they break it Torah right there because Torah teaches that you are not supposed to expect no man above you that's not your president.
Deuteronomy 17. Right? So they in violation anyway.
In violation.
So notice they say it's about the 6th hour. So the 6th hour was between 11 and 12, 11 a.m. and noon. Right? So it went from the night, getting betrayed, going to the Garden of Gethsemane, Peter cutting somebody's ear off, him getting locked up and shackled, brought before Caiaphas and them, and the Sanhedrin, right? Then it was early in the morning, right? And now it's the 6th hour. He on his way to getting crucified. He gave up the ghost the 9th hour. So he only got 3 more hours left at the max on the earth right here as we speak. You understand? By the time we eat tomorrow, he'd have just been taken off the execution stake and put in the tomb. You feel me? He died between the 2nd and between the 9th hour, and by the time evening came, it was the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You feel me? So you just then go back 2,000 plus years and be like, tonight would have been the night last time he ate with his disciples. His homeboy betrayed him for some slave wages. You feel me? He spoke. They came to lock him up. He spoke. They all hit the ground. Blue. All right. Got up, put their stuff back on. Like, dang. Who you looking for? That's me. Let my boys go. Right? Got before the high priest, the Sanhedrin and them. When this whole thing went all night, all the way into the morning, he didn't get no more sleep.
Nah,
it wasn't no more sleep. All night into the morning. Now we around the 6th hour. If our work day starts around 6 a.m., the 6th hour will be between 11 a.m. and noon. Come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
Verse 16. Then delivered him, therefore unto them. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Verse 16. Then delivered him, therefore unto them to be crucified. And they took Yeshua and led him away. Verse 17. And he bearing his cross went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha.
Golgotha. Skull. Go ahead.
Verse 18. Where they crucified him and 2 other with him on either side.
Go ahead.
On either side one.
Now look, that's how Rome got down. It wasn't just like he was crucified. That's how they executed the Hebrews. It was capital punishment. You understand? The worst type of the worst way to suffocate.
Right.
Crucifixion. Choking on your own, suffocating on your own blood. Crucifixion. but it was two others that was with him being crucified. So it wasn't like it was just him. Because people use this to try to say we're a cross or something like that. You understand? But that was Rome's way of capital punishment. That's how they punished everybody. After they scourged them, don't forget the beating. Don't forget the beating that went down. When you talking about stuff ripping flesh off your back. Yeah.
I think like they live for like, if you on that cross, you live for like 2 days. You'll be on there for about 2 days. Birds gonna be pecking at you. All that.
Bleeding out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your lungs collapsing. Your lungs collapsing and all that.
Can't breathe in. You can't breathe in because you're stretched out. So you can't use your diaphragm to breathe in. It's a wrap.
I heard you had to like if you could breathe, you had to like push up on the nails.
Yeah, you gotta push up
on your wrist, you know, like you can break your leg after a while,
right? With these one little tools, one metal contraption.
It ain't like it's a hammer and broken.
Man, you gotta be diabolical to come up with some of this stuff. You feel me? Like to think like, how can I torture her? How can I torture him and make him just squeal? You feel me? And deny everything he believes. Well, wait, go ahead.
Verse 19. And Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross. And the writing was Yeshua of Nazareth, the King of the Jews.
Beautiful.
This title then read many of the Jews. For the place where Yeshua was crucified was nigh to the city. And it was written in Hebrew and Greek. Latin.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother topic, but you know, hey, that's a whole nother topic right there. Well, no matter what language you're talking, he's still king. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 21.
Yeah.
Then said the chief priest of the Jews to Pilate, write not the King of the Jews, but that he said, I am the King of the Jews.
They're like, man, don't write that right. He said it, right? But what Pilate do?
Pilate answered, what I have written, I have written.
I wrote. You done talking. What I wrote.
Won't be up there with him.
Yeah. And don't forget they boxed him in.
Right.
Pilate was trying to let him go.
Right.
But they kept running C's on him. He's like, look, I wrote what I wrote.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
You got more stakes in the back.
You say, boy, you want to be next?
Now you see up there, he really look. Now that boxing is kind of off his back again. Now he's running charge back on it.
Yep. If y'all watch that AD on Netflix, Kingdom and Empire, AD, A.D. Kingdom and Empire on Netflix, you'll see the whole political powder keg that was going on in ancient Jerusalem. Yeah. And when they couldn't produce a body, like everybody, the whole city was on the uproar. So they got to the point where they wanted to fake, like, look, that looked like him. That's a body, because they was crucifying a whole bunch of Hebrews. And like that looked like him from a distance. Dude was like, I can't sleep. What a body at? Like, why we gotta fake like they couldn't have got too far with his body outside of Jerusalem.
Right.
Where his body at? You feel me? Now that's a problem. Even if you talking about faking it to keep everything cool, he like, my conscience won't rest. We still ain't got no body. What a body.
What a body.
Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 23. Then the soldiers, when they had crucified Yeshua, took his garments and made 4 parts, to every soldier a part, and also his coat. Now the coat was without seam, woven from the top throughout. They said, therefore, among themselves, let us not rend it, but cast lots for it, whose it shall be, that the scripture might be fulfilled, which saith, they parted my raiment among them.
Psalm 22.
And
David the whole time was talking about he had, in spirit, he saw the crucifixion. Because David's garments was never parted. You feel me? Like, who parted and who cast lots for David's garments?
Bring it out.
Like, when was David's hands and feet pierced?
Bring it out, bro.
David was a champion his whole life. He was beating his foes down.
Laid him down.
He never, his hands and feet were never pierced. As a matter of fact, let's Bobby dare to go. Nehemiah, you got your script on you? What you doing, man? Get on him. Get on him. Psalm 22. Yeah, get on him, man. He over tripping. Hey, bro, get on Nehemiah, man. He tripping. Get on him, man.
Please don't crucify me.
Hey, bro, get on him, man. Psalm 22, 16, 13. Yeah. You been Ubering all day. You been Ubering all day, huh?
Psalms.
He said crucify.
Crucify that
All right, Psalms 22, verse 16.
Yeah.
For dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet.
So the question would be, if David is talking about himself, when was David's hands and feet pierced ever in his life? When was his hands and his feet pierced? When were his garments, like when they cast lots and divvied up his garments with? Like when all that happened to David? Like you said, with David talking about himself, because there's a lot of Messiah haters out here.
Yep.
He ain't real. Who was David talking about? When was David's hands and feet pierced?
I ain't never known David to be no victim.
No, David.
David's Lord.
No, David was when they told him, look, if you get 1,000 foreskins of the Philistines, you can marry my daughter.
You ain't gonna get that.
David went and got 2,000 of them and said, "Give me my bride." You feel me? Like David was straight laying heads down while he was alive. He wasn't never a victim for the most part. Especially he never had his hands and his feet pierced ever. All right, go ahead, Bruce.
Verse 17.
Hold on. You said what? 2 thieves, 2 Hebrew thieves. 2 Hebrew thieves. Duel Bond, what up with it, Hebrew? Shalom, shalom, huh? Yeah, we need some more chairs up in this deal.
There's like 6 over here.
This chair is over here.
We got chairs over here.
We all good. We got that herb done up for the feast. I see you, bro.
Baby locks.
Yeah. All right, so Psalm 22, 16.
16 again?
Yeah, 16 through 18, my brother. Not bad.
For dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. I may tell all my bones. They look and stare upon me. They part my garments among them and cast lots upon my vesture.
See? So when was this, like when did this happen to David? Feel me? Either David is talking about an event that happened to him that's not recorded in the Bible, or he's prophesying about the death of one of his descendants who would be Messiah. One or the other. You gonna say, well, he ain't talking about Messiah, then show where David's hands and feet were pierced. And we can smash the whole argument right here. You see? So everything he did, his life, his birth, his resurrection, his ministry, everything he did was prophesied to happen. Everything. That's what make him the Messiah, and not your grandfather.
Right.
That sounds like Willie Earl. Willie Earl wasn't born in Bethlehem nowhere. You dig? It's just what it is. All right, go ahead. Back in John 19.
John chapter 19, verse 24. They said, therefore, among themselves, let us not rend it, but cast lots for it, whose it shall be, that the scripture might be fulfilled, which saith, they parted my raiment among them.
Yeah.
And for my vesture, they did cast lots.
Now, we just read that in Psalm 22. David lived 1,000 years exactly before the Messiah. 1,000 years, talking about a millennium. Right? So that would have to be the spirit of prophecy on him to witness something that will happen 1,000 years in the future.
These things, therefore, the soldiers did. Verse 25. Now there stood by the cross of Yeshua his mother and his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Cleophas, and Mary Magdalene. When Yeshua therefore saw his mother and the disciples standing by, whom he loved, he saith unto his mother, Woman, behold thy son. Then saith he to the disciple, Behold thy mother. And from that hour, that disciple took her unto his own home. Verse 28. After this, Yeshua, knowing that all things were now accomplished, that the scripture might be fulfilled, saith, I thirst. Now there was set a vessel of vinegar, and they filled a sponge with vinegar, and put it upon hyssop, and put it to his mouth.
Mike, grab me Psalm 69:22. Psalm 69:22. It said the scripture must be fulfilled, right?
Right.
What scripture? Psalm 69:22.
Start 21.
Psalms chapter 69, verse 21.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah.
Psalm 69, verse 21. They gave me also gall for my meat, and in my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap.
Good. How about us? And you see, right after that, Jerusalem fell. You feel me? We got chased up out of there. We went through the worst slavery known in the annals of world history. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with a people that actually rejected, the leaders of our people rejected the truth and said, let the curse fall on our children. That's crazy. But I thought you loved your babies.
Right.
Right? Like, would you ever curse your children? Knowingly? Should I say, would you knowingly curse your children? Go ahead, Nick. What you got over there?
You know what, man? Like, when you think about what we said right here, think about how many of our people are responsible for their children to actually eternally come. How many of our people are leading our children to Easter eggs and Easter pagan doctrine just this weekend, during the same time that we should be observing the Lord's Day? You see what I'm saying? How many of our people are leading their children to Christmas, to Thanksgiving, to Halloween, to all these things, right? And I tell people, I put that on paper, I went to Facebook jail behind that one. I said, y'all the reason why your kids eternally burn.
Yeah.
You are. And then you get mad at God, he's a blood God. We don't understand why God said, listen,
is that what they say?
Destroy him. Destroy those women and children.
Is that what they say?
He's a blood God.
Hey, Nate, but you already know if it's thought provoking, get ready for the hate. I mean, it's part of it, man. Who cares? Man, I ain't tripping on no Facebook jail.
I just wish I could get my duck off game good. I'm kind of big. I can't get away quick.
Come on, bro. Where we at? Was you done with that song?
Yeah, that was the end of 22.
Okay, that was Psalm 69, 21, 22, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Thought I was about.
Back in John 19.
Let's switch some waters up. John 19.
Verse 30. When Yeshua therefore had received the vinegar, he said, it is finished. And he bowed his head and gave up the ghost.
Yeah.
The Jews therefore, because it was the preparation that the body should not remain upon the cross on the Sabbath day.
Right.
For that Sabbath day was a high day.
Yeah.
But sought Pilate that their legs might be broken and that they might be taken away.
Yeah, the first day of unleavened bread is a Sabbath. You feel me? No matter what day of the week it fall on, it's a Sabbath day. First day of the week. We in the preparation for it now. Prep for it. So when you got thousands of lambs to slaughter, it's not like cooking a hot dog on a grill. Like you got to slaughter all these thousands of lambs and roast it and prepare this entire feast to eat. You understand? So they looking at the next day, which is a high holy day. The first day of unleavened bread is a Sabbath day, even if it didn't fall on a Saturday or whatever. You feel me? Sabbath day. All right, go ahead, out.
Then came the soldiers and broke the legs of the first, and of the other which was crucified with him. But when they came to Yeshua and saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs. Can you expound on that?
Go ahead, yeah, Psalms 34. Psalms 34 and 20.
Yeah. Bring it out, bro.
Psalm 34, 20 and 21. Psalm 34, 20 and 21. You see, everything about the crucifixion is prophesied in what's called the Old Testament. That's crazy.
This before Rome was even in power.
I'm saying, so if you don't believe him, if you don't believe he's the Messiah, you got to figure out, you got to craftily figure out who all these Old Testament prophecies are talking about. Like if you take the son of the Most High out the picture, then you're like, well, who else you got related to David? Because he got to be related to David. You feel me? So that's dangerous because, like, who you got? Solomon? Oh man, we can't be talking about him. We all know what his end was.
Right.
All right, so who else you got? That was who else? That's somebody. You know, he tried. He tried, but he fell short too. Hezekiah fell short. Nah, that's after captivity.
Right.
But he never came back as a king. He was a governor. Even you said Josiah, he tried but rebelled at the end and died in war. Like, who you got?
Nobody.
And whoever he is, he would have to be born in Bethlehem. Solomon wasn't born in Bethlehem. Hezekiah wasn't born in Bethlehem. Only David and Messiah.
This born again, man. These Israelites born in the land of their captivity.
Right.
Scattered abroad.
Yeah, so if it ain't him, then you saying he ain't came yet. So that means we got to be redeemed,
right,
back into Israel. Somebody finna have to be out the line of David and have a son who's going to be the Messiah. And y'all better have him in Bethlehem.
Right.
And straight.
To all them babies you having out there, all that loin warfare you doing, you better make sure you land in Bethlehem when he's born.
Right.
He has to be birthed in Bethlehem. You know what I'm saying? No, you in captivity. Right? So then it's like, then he gotta be born and he gotta go through all this.
Yeah.
Then you gotta get kicked back out the land, go back into slavery, and then finally get redeemed again.
Again.
So if you take them out the box, you killing everything. Your whole world history. You might as well say this ain't our last captivity. You might as well say we're gonna get redeemed so we can live over there, so he could be born and then lose it again. And go and you talking about another 2,000 plus years.
That's what talking about.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty of it. That's what you're talking about.
We ain't in the last days based off their logic.
It's too much you got to go through if it ain't him. So if you're saying it's not him, then you need to provide somebody who it is. And everybody they throw out there, David. David was, that's one of my favorite biblical characters, but he fell short too. Fell short to where what he did, his felony sins are still mentioned to this day. You talk more about what he did with Bathsheba than him cutting off Goliath's head. You don't even really talk about that. You be like, yeah, David and Goliath. But man, what he did with Bathsheba was messed up. Oh yeah. Yeah, because they don't go nowhere. All right, so he got to be the son of David, Solomon. Solomon was wise and great and rich, but fell off. Who else you got? Who else you got? You ain't got nobody. That's the point. Feel me? So they actually are cutting their own throats when it comes to salvation.
What's their ratio out?
1 in 10 to the 156 power. If you don't know what that is, look, the probability that he's not the Messiah is 1 times 10 to the 156 power.
Impossible.
It's impossible. And if you need to put your own eye on the kind of number that is, you take a number 1, comma, and draw 156 zeros behind it. What kind of number is that?
Impossible.
You feel me?
Number I can't.
6 figures is what? Hundreds of thousands. 7 figures is a million, right? What's a billion, bro? How many figures is that? 9. What's above? What's above? Hey, all right. So after a billion is what? Trillion, which would be how many? 12. Zillion.
Nah, you got zillion. Zillion. Yeah.
All right, so look. All right, so true about this. So based off the numbers that we know, we say zillion, which would be 15 figures, right? So all right, so take 15 zeros off 157. You still got it's too many zeros left. It's just too many zeros left. You're dealing with what 142 zeros left.
And plus block.
You don't have a number for it. So in other words, impossible. And that was a video we had called Ancient Prophecies. They went through all the prophecies in the Torah and showed how they matched with the Messiah. And they say the probability, and these are scholars, the probability is someone else. And he said 1 in 10 to the 156 power. And I was trying to figure it out. He said, look, if you don't know what that is, take a number 1 and draw 156 zeros behind it. I did it and was baffled. Like, what do you call this? What do you call it? Can't call it. Go ahead, Al.
Psalms chapter 34, verse 20. He keepeth all his bones. Not one of them is broken.
This is David. Who is David talking about? Himself? Go ahead, Al.
Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. The Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate.
John 19 and 37. What does it say?
33.
You in 30s because you're not a bone.
Yeah, I'm at 33.
Okay, go ahead.
But when they came to Yeshua, saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs. 34. But one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side, and forthwith came there out blood and water.
When y'all watch that Case for Christ on Netflix, the medical cat break that down. He said, we just figured this out medically 30 years ago. Why blood and water came out during the crucifixion like that. Blew my mind. I was like, wow, that's deep. That's deep. He's like, we just figured out 30 years ago, if the heart is doing something at a certain pace and it's crucifixion, blood and water would shoot out the side like that. Because the dude was trying to disprove the crucifixion. The dude was like, look, he's like, look, I got a PhD in this medical field. What are you talking about? I'm a doctor. You understand? Like, I done straight wrote a whole medical journal over the crucifixion. And then when he got to the blood and water part, he was like, look, we just figured that out 30 years ago. That's already in the scripture. 2,000 years ago. You can't beat it, man. Go ahead, Ebro.
Verse 35.
Yeah.
And he that saw it bear record. Yeah, they did bear record. Here it is. And he that saw it bear record. And his record is true. And he knoweth that he saith, and he knoweth that he saith truth, that ye might believe. 36. For these things were done, that the scripture should be fulfilled. A bone of him shall not be broken.
That's that Psalm 34, bro, just read.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
37. And again, another scripture saith, they shall look on him whom they pierced.
Go to Zechariah 12 for me, y'all. Zechariah 12, 9 and 10. Zechariah 12, 9 and 10. All this is scriptures is being fulfilled. That's what proves he the Messiah. Even in his death, scriptures are being fulfilled. Oh, wait. Y'all good up in here? You feasting on his word?
Oh, yeah.
We only got a few more. We gonna get up out of here, you dig? I know a lot of our people travel. Let y'all get some rest.
I'm up all night.
But we up in this deal feasting, baby. You said you up all night? Me too.
You ain't about that life, baby.
Who ain't about that life? Oh, ain't about that life.
Ain't about that life.
I'm up all night, baby.
Y'all seen how I got down last time, I think.
Yo, Ed, where you at, man? Where your ass in Israel at, man? You supposed to be up here. Ruben ain't getting off to 3. All right, we up all night.
What was it? You look at the cosign?
Yeah.
That's somebody that don't want to crucify you, man.
Crucify her fault.
Zechariah 12. Zechariah 12, 9 and 10.
Verse 9.
There you go.
Let's get her down.
There you go.
Verse 9. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and of supplications. and they shall look upon me whom they have pierced.
Now look, you ain't never pierced the Most High. He never left his throne. So who is this prophecy about? Feel me? It's deep, man. It'd be like people be so quick to try to discredit the Messiah, they be cutting their own throats. Like, who got pierced? Who are you talking about? Feel me? Rome during the time of Rome was not ruling the earth during Zachariah's time. Right? The crucifixions and the piercings came in with the Roman Empire. They the ones that invented all that crucifixion. The Roman Empire invented that. So the piercing wouldn't have came on the scene the hundreds of years later. Go ahead,
And they shall look upon me whom they have pierced, and they shall mourn for him as one mourning for his only son.
His who?
His only son.
His only son. Oh, wait.
And shall be in bitterness for him as one that is in bitterness for his firstborn.
Man, we got only son and firstborn. Both titles apply to Messiah, being that he's the only begotten son of the Most High.
Verse 11. And that day shall there be a great mourning in Jerusalem, as a mourning of Hadarimon, in the valley of Megiddo. And the land shall mourn every family apart, the family of the house of David apart, and their wives apart, the family of the house of Nathan apart, and their wives apart, the family of the house of Levi apart, and their wives apart, the family of Shemaiah apart, and their wives apart, all the families that remain, every family apart, and their wives apart.
Mourning for what has happened. You're gonna be brought back into memory, you feel me, again about how we sold out, you understand, and got put in this position. That's gonna happen. Like, you're just not gonna forget what happened. You're gonna be reminded. You're gonna be like, dang, we don't even deserve this. We don't even deserve it. But the Most High is so merciful. He's gonna allow a return for us. You understand? All right, let's get on back to this. We almost done, y'all. We in John 19. John 19, verse 38. John 19, verse 38. We're going to read a little bit in Exodus, and we're going to shut it on down. I want to thank the Most High for allowing our out-of-town family, not guests, but family. You dig? Making it on safe. Passover unleavened bread kicks off for us tomorrow evening. Around 6 o'clock, 3900 Goodfellow Boulevard, the Omega Center. You understand? Can't wait to feast with y'all. All praises.
All praises. All praises.
All praise, glory, none. Right, what we got? What we got?
John chapter 19.
Yeah, you in verse 38, I believe.
Verse 38. And after this, Joseph of Arimathea, being a disciple of Yeshua, but secretly for fear of the Jews.
So he had disciples or students even in secret. You feel me? Brothers like, man, look, that's what's up, but I can't go hard. I might lose my little spot over here, but but he was used for what he was used for, because he was a rich brother, you understand? And he ended up he owned a sepulchre or a tomb that no dead body had ever laid in. You feel me? And how like in order that is for the Son of the Most High to lay somewhere where no other dead body had ever been. Feel me? So like him being a secret disciple actually was strategic. Like that was what's up. All right, go ahead, Al.
Especially then, after you got crucified in that time, your body was actually given over to the dogs.
Yeah. They showed that in whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
That AD.
You wasn't you wasn't put in no tomb or given a proper burial.
Nah.
This was a dishonorable.
No, you was dog meat.
You was given over to the dogs.
The Messiah get laid up in a tomb, though. You did.
Them thieves caught that dog.
Go ahead, Al.
Verse 38. Besought Pilate that he might take away the body of Yeshua. And Pilate gave him leave. He came therefore and took the body of Yeshua. And there came also Nicodemus, which at the first came to Yeshua by night.
John the 3rd chapter. That was Nicodemus, a Pharisee. We had secret disciples amongst the different factions of Hebrews and all that, you know what I'm saying? But he had to come around at night tiptoeing. Man, I don't want to lose my fame and my status, but man, look, I know you all.
Let me inquire.
Yeah, let me see what's up. Let me go ahead and check in real quick. Yeah, come on, Hebrew.
Came to Yeshua by night and brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 100 pound weight. That's a lot. Then took they the body of Yeshua and wound it in, and wound it in linen, cloths with spices and manners of Jews in the burial. Now, in the place where he was crucified, there was a garden. And in the garden, a new sepulchre, wherein was never man yet laid.
No dead body had been in there. Feel me?
No corruption.
Powerful and in order. No corruption. Go ahead, Doc.
There lay Yeshua, therefore, because of the Jews, preparation day for the sepulchre was nigh at hand.
Yeah, that's why by the time we eat the more, he'd have just been laid in this tomb no man ever laid in. You understand? By the time we eat the more, that the event had just taken place thousands of years ago. How about we examine ourselves?
Hey man, put that in my aspect. Like coming out of Egypt, dealing with Exodus, and then forward dealing with the Messiah. All we sitting here waiting to come out of what?
Yeah.
This captivity.
Yeah.
With the Messiah as our Redeemer, King, and our salvation.
Powerful, man. Let's do Jeremiah 23 real quick. Show y'all it's gonna be a greater exodus than it was before.
Bro,
what you got, Doc?
Whatever happens to the dude that the center, like the captain his body, because he's the same one that had brought him forth too, right? To the Romans, right?
You say who?
So what happened to the guy that had set free his body? He's the same one that had brought him forward to the Jews
That set free his body.
Yeah. They said the same dude Pilate when he went to took his body to where y'all said it was going, the Jordan.
Talking about Joseph of Arimathea.
That's where he got his body off the cross.
I thought the dude Pilate had to.
No, he went and hollered at Pilate because Pilate had the authority over his body. He gave it to him. Yeah, he said, "Look, I got a spot to go ahead and put him in the tomb, make sure he's good." Feel me? So he gave permission to do that. Feel me? All right, let's do Jeremiah 23 real quick. Jeremiah 23. We're gonna read verse 5. We're gonna read verse 5 through 8. Jeremiah 23, 5 through 8, real quick. Then we're gonna jump to Exodus, Shemot chapter 12. Let's get her done, man. We can feast it, we can eat a little bit. We're gonna get up out of here, man. Passover season is right upon us.
Yo.
Y'all see that moon tonight? Y'all look at the moon?
Yeah. That's how you know. Count 15.
Yeah, moon. I was stuck on that deal, like, dang. It be looking like you can almost grab it, man. Like you sit there and grab it almost. That's powerful. Yeah, y'all check that moon out by the time we get up out of here. It's captivating. Yeah. BZ, I forgot you was back there, boy. What y'all good?
Yeah, I'm back there making music. Look at some of that, boy. What up, bro? What up, boy?
Man, look at you.
What up, big bro?
Oh, praise. I'm gonna do Jeremiah 23, y'all. Jeremiah 23.
Wait, Jeremiah 23 was 40, verse 5.
Yeah, 5 through 8. 5 through 8.
Everybody there?
We're gonna show that this right here is gonna be even more greater. That's why it's important to keep in memory the Passover.
Exactly.
It's important, man. You feel me? Why wouldn't a slave believe he would be redeemed one day by the hand of God? Who wouldn't want you to believe this? Who would have you distracted believing everything else but that, look, we're going to be redeemed by the hand of the Almighty God. What is wrong with you thinking like that? You want to call it wishful thinking, huh? What else do you propose? What do? We arm up and go rush DC? Take the White House? How about that? Let's go take the White House.
They want to hit the lottery.
Oh, yeah. Powerball. I forgot about Powerball.
That's the ambition of the Negro today.
Yeah, hit Powerball.
The Powerball.
You got a better chance of getting struck by lightning. You know? It's the truth.
You got a better chance of getting hurt on a pogo stick.
I'm trying to get away from the country, Mr. Brew.
I'm just saying, man. Let's get this done, Hebrew. Where we
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 5.
Yeah.
Behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch.
So we talking about branch, we talking about descendant. Someone that's going to be coming from David. A righteous branch, right? All right, go ahead.
And a Malach, a king, shall reign and prosper.
Okay.
And shall execute judgment and justice.
That's right.
In the earth. In his day, Judah shall be saved. And Israel shall dwell safe.
Who Jeremiah prophesying about? Feel me? He gotta be a descendant of David. That's why I said raised unto David, a righteous branch. Gotta be the rightful heir to David's throne. What we talking about? You gonna say it's not the one in the New Testament? You need to provide some answers, and you only can use the Old Testament for your answers, because you just take Messiah out the picture and say it's somebody else. Well, who? If you say, well, he ain't came here yet, you just killed your whole argument, because we ain't in Israel. Right? We as Israel have to be in Israel for him to be born. If he ain't came yet, that's right. You just killed your entire argument. Come on out.
And this is his name whereby he shall be called.
Right.
The Lord our righteous.
Yahweh ZK knew the Lord our righteousness. A title he will be called. He told Philip, you see me, you see the Father. That's a whole nother topic. Hard for people to swallow.
From the house of hell.
Let you know he's the image of the boy look just like his daddy. The image of the invisible God. Wasn't man made in God's image? Ain't that what it was from the jump? Until the corruption came into play, but that's what it was from the jump. God was supposed to look at his creation and say, dang, I look good. Look at my image. Come on out.
Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh.
Yeah.
That they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out the land of Egypt.
You won't even be talking about this night no more. It's a greater exodus coming to where it won't compare. Like you don't compare the 2018 to the 1988, nothing. She's driving a 1988 Cadillac. Can't compare to that 2018. It's just greater in glory. In this day, it was the deal. It was the deal in this day, but there's a greater exodus coming to where you won't even bring up Passover no more. You can be like, boy, Most High put it down when he grabs us from them four corners. Bang. Yeah, go ahead, out.
But the Most High liveth,
which
brought up and led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country.
Out of what country?
The north country.
Oh, wait.
And from all countries whither I have driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land.
Give me a second witness. Jeremiah 16, 14, and 15. You see that? The day coming where the Passover won't even be brought up no more. He got to gather. Being Israel is not in one central location. You feel me? That means everything got to be magnified. The plagues got to hit worldwide. The miracles got to happen worldwide. The redemption got to happen worldwide. Wow. Because you remember, you scattered to the north, east, south, and west. You everywhere now. Israel ain't at home. Right? Back then it was central. They right there in Egypt. Israel ain't at home no more. We scattered everywhere. But the Most High said, you mine, and I'm coming to grab you. With a mighty hand and stretched out arm and fury poured out, will I rule over you. But you talking about divine intervention? So powerful and so great, you won't even bring up Passover no more, man. Oh, wait. Working hard like a Hebrew slave, huh? Huh? Yeah. Somebody don't want you thinking on that vibration right there. Right? You got a special connection with the Most High God. And if you know how to holler at them, you get results quick. You gotta know how to holler. I mean, you got children, you gotta have them little babies. Huh? Wake up crying, all bets are off. That little baby wake up and run the house. All bets are off. She starts screaming.
Well, you speaking from your own personal
yes. Babies run the house.
I heard that I know what you're talking about.
Babies run the house. Like they get to crying, get bets off. Lights get to coming home, Bodies get to hitting the floor. Like, what happened? What's wrong? You feel me? So if you cry out a certain way, like your child know how to get your attention, you get results. Right? That's what they feared. You connecting back to your source, your power. Ooh. Believing in something higher. Faith. Understand? Fully persuaded. You got me Jeremiah 16, 14, 15.
Jeremiah 16.
Yes, sir.
Verse 14.
Got a few more scriptures we gonna throw down and get up out of here. What did it say?
Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, from all lands, whither he has driven, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
You see that right there?
That's powerful.
And that's something he guaranteed and promised. So there's no reason for us to, you know what I'm saying, fear, worry, doubt, any of that. There ain't no reason for all that. It's even more of a reason to make sure we honor and serve him the way he wants. You understand? Like if you got something like this and it got down for you repeatedly, you owe him every fiber of your being when you praise and worship him. It's just what it is. You feel me? And it's beautiful. It's spiritual substance. The children can ask, why do we do this? This is why we do this. You understand? They grow up thinking they superheroes now. Yeah. Yeah. You relate to who? Yeah, them right there. They get all the comic book characters from your forefathers. Yes, one of y'all can chase 1,000. Two of you can put 10,000 to flight. Simeon and Levi laid a whole town flat for messing with their sister. You feel me? That make them think like, dang, for real? They start thinking different. You feel me? And instead of thinking like, you know, I'm gender neutral. That's what they on the babies now. They pushing gender neutral agenda now. That's Bobby. He wants to play with a doll. It's okay. No, we gonna stand up and let our people know what time it is and raise these short leggers in the right vibration. Right. You dig? That way they be even more powerful than us. I mean, it was worse than me than 10 of me. Oh God, that's a problem. 10 of this Hebrew? Yes. And they all riding with the Most High. Now imagine the whole nation. It's all short leggers. Warrior sons and virtuous daughters. Oh, you talking about a short 20 years, we got a takeover.
Running numbers.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna run all the numbers right now. All right, look, then we Exodus 11, real quick. We're gonna do chapter 13, a little taste, and we're gonna get up out of here, man. He's talking about running numbers, boy. We be here all day running numbers. All praise.
Oh, praise.
Good to see y'all face up in here. Sister Alicia Edwards, what up, she, bro? All praise. Glad everybody made it, man. All praises. Most High is truly great. Truly great. Most High is truly great. Exodus 11, hit 11, sort of one. It's a short chapter, yeah. Yeah, it's really short. So the Most High get down, bang.
Right.
Let's see.
Exodus chapter 11, verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, yet will I bring one plague more into Pharaoh and into Egypt. Afterwards, he will let you go hence. And when he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. Speak now in the ear of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver, jewels of gold. The Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man, Moses, was very great in the land of Egypt.
That's right.
In the sight of Pharaoh's servants and in the sight of the people. Moses said, thus said the Lord, about midnight will I go out in the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die. The firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant, and that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of beast. And there shall be a great cry throughout the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall like it any more. But against any children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord does put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
See? So as he was putting destruction on them, he was redeeming us. Not even looking, our animals was even protected against man or beast. It's mighty God, man. You feel me? And let it be known, like, look, there's a difference between you Israelites and you Egyptians. Today we on a Kemetic high today. Everybody's hotepping. You feel me? Claiming they into Egyptian science and Egyptian culture or whatever. Yeah, but there's a difference between the sons and daughters of light and the sons and daughters of darkness. Our redemption was hell for the so-called Egyptians. And they never recovered. They never recovered to this day from that. Other than people going over there and, you know, urinating on the what they call them, pyramids. I mean, okay, that's all. Like, Egypt is not known for no type of cash crops in it. It was the most powerful nation in the world. And it's been reduced to people coming to look at pyramids and the Sphinx and urinating on them. That's it. That's all you got. It never recovered. It's been a dust bowl ever since. Go ahead, Doc.
You know, it's another thing about you talking about the animals. Like, they even go back to you think about Adam. We were talking about that the other day. That the sin that we did in this world didn't just affect us. It affected nature and this whole planet. Animals started becoming carnivores and everything else. Yeah. We caused the whole earth to go off.
Yeah, man.
We did.
Being evil. Go ahead.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
And all these thy servants shall come down unto me and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee. And after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh. And the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land.
No doubt. Jump down to chapter 12. We're going to read 1 through 17 in there. And we're going to show about the splitting of the Red Sea. And when we saw salvation, I need you to look up that word salvation for me too when you get a chance to. In this particular verse. All right, go ahead. Let's get her done. We're going to Exodus 12, 1 through 17. Then we're going to go to Exodus 14 and read about the splitting of the Red Sea and all that. The Sea of Reeds, should I say. And we up out of here, family. Come on, Hebrew.
Exodus chapter 12, starting at verse 1.
Yeah.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
So you hear Hebrew saying Happy New Year around this time. Those that ain't conscious say y'all about 4 months late. New Year was January 1st. But for those that's in the knowledge and this thing of ours, we understand that New Year is springtime. When life is coming back into the earth, the grass is greener, the birds are singing, and the buds are budding. That's what New Year is. So you heard people saying Happy New Year tomorrow. We've been saying it ever since about 14 days. We're about 14 days in, we've been saying Happy New Year. You feel me? But this is the beginning of our months. It's not January the 1st. Yeah, the month of Abil, which alludes to mature crops. All right, go ahead.
This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
Yeah.
It shall be the first month of the year to year.
That's right.
Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to his house, of their fathers, a lamb for a house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the soul.
Yeah.
Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb.
Everybody make their count for it. Now we know the lamb is Messiah. So you should be celebrating Passover, not believing in the Messiah. Everybody must get a count for the lamb.
Man.
Right? Everybody must get a count for the lamb. If you don't believe in the Messiah, then you wasting your time. You shouldn't be feasting with us at all. You'll destroy yourself. Real talk. That's what the scripture said we read earlier. If you eat it unworthily, you're going to eat damnation unto yourself. For this cause many are sick, weak, and dead. Like, dang, Bruce had to look away on that one. Bruce looked away like, dang. Nah, just take it serious, man. Just take it serious. All right, come on.
Verse 5. Your lamb shall be without blemish.
Without what?
Blemish.
So that right there is symbolic for the Messiah never sinning. That's why he was without blemish. Right? If that's the case, the lamb that we go get from the slaughterhouse, one of y'all need to be expecting it. What up, twin? Just shalom.
Shalom.
Your sisters and all that red. There you go. Come on now.
Verse 5 again. Lamb shall be without blemish.
Yeah.
A male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep and from the goat. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it unto the two side posts and on the upper doorpost of the house.
So when y'all come to 3900 Goodfellow Boulevard, y'all might want to have something to block the blood from dripping off the door. Y'all sure niggas got blood? Like, is this real blood? Like, what's going on? No, but see, y'all see how it's all symbolic. Feel me? You got to believe in the Lamb of the Most High and then his shed blood or the sacrifice that was put down. The belief brings you into the bond of the covenant. So you won't see lamb blood over the door when you walk up in there tomorrow. You understand? Because the lamb that we eat is not the Passover lamb. The Passover lamb is the Messiah, the Son of the living God. So everything is symbolic, actually. You feel me? And then, your mind. Your heart is your mind. You understand? So anybody, again, not believing these things, they need to be doing this to the letter then. They need to go find them a lamb, comb that sucker with a fine-tooth comb to make sure ain't not one speckle on it. Right? The lamb should have been killed about 4 days ago. And you got to take that blood and wipe it over the doorpost of wherever you keeping Passover at.
So the lamb can't get spots and stuff.
Yeah, there ain't no spots or nothing on it. Right? It was all symbolic. You feel me? It was all foreshadowing of the coming Messiah. And even those that don't believe him, they keep Passover. They not, look, them Negroes ain't going out to the farm and to the slaughterhouse to make sure that lamb is unblemished. Stop it. It's not happening. And they not taking lamb blood and painting it over their door. Y'all know better. Ain't none of that happening, period. So it all would have to be symbolic about something or someone that they keep telling you, take your eyes off of. You dig? Shalom, Mark. Shalom. All right, come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
Verse 8.
Yeah, you sit right there. You all good. Go
and they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire.
Yeah.
So
we can't boil it. Say roast that sucker with fire. You dig? You can't boil it. You can't eat it raw. No, we eat our food well done anyway. It's in our blood. We're not supposed to be eating blood anyway. Right? We in Exodus 12, he wrote. Exodus 12, verse 8. Exodus 12 and 8. All right, come on now. Roast with fire.
And unleavened bread. And with bitter herbs.
Ooh.
They shall eat it.
Wait till y'all taste that. Oh, wait. I tried to go hard my first time, too. I went hard. I swallowed the whole. Woo! Woo! about putting me in the hospital. It's serious.
He was breathing.
So look, don't look at these small little chunks of horseradish root as look, oh, that's nothing. Don't look at it like it's a little syrup or a little cough drop. Oh wait, get yourself together.
These Bruce, know what that been heard, bro.
Slapping the back of your head like, wow. Woo! Woo! I love the Lord. Yeah. You calcify your third eye real quick, boy.
Boy, quick.
Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
Eat not of it raw.
Yeah.
Nor salt at all with water, but roast with fire. His head with his legs, with the buttered.
Hey man, what you saying, man?
Pertinence, man. Pertinence.
Yeah, come on.
Put a B on there.
Come on, man. Yeah. Supposed to be a scholar, brother. What are you doing?
The next word said girl.
Hey, bro, we're home.
And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. And then which remaineth of it until the morning, ye shall burn with fire.
Power.
Verse 11. And thus shall ye eat it.
This is how you eat the Passover. This is the mind you ought to be in. Come on.
With your loins girded.
Yeah, so you know yourself, in other words, with a prepared mind. You feel me? Not what they used to say, your eyes bigger than your stomach and all. No, you know, they said back in the day. No, a prepared mind. Loins girded. Right? Come on, Rock.
Your shoes on your feet.
Yeah.
And your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste.
You see that? The holy Passover, we don't waste. We eat it in haste. We eat that in haste. So we supposed to be like the Matrix up in that deal. You ready? Because look, we could be leaving captivity. You sitting there farting, your feet all up on the table. Belly hanging out.
And y'all talk about me.
Y'all
talk about me.
Your mind, in your mind, you not like, in your mind is you just slipped into buffet mode. You ain't slipped into like, hey man, this series, boy, like the firstborn could be dead tomorrow when y'all get up. Y'all realize this, right? You can wake up and it could be a great cry on every channel. Firstborn of all these heathens, from their favorite dogs they sleep with down to their children. Everybody be like, what? Yeah, sleeping in bed with their dogs. I'm just saying, like, you feel me? This could, I'm saying, like, we talking about something greater. That means even the plagues are gonna be greater. You feel me? So it ain't too far fetched to be like. So it's just there to keep you in the mindset of we're leaving captivity. You feel me? With a mighty hand stretched out arm and fury poured out. Divine miracles happening. It keep you in mind to be ready. Not in the mind like, girl, the game is on. Girl, NBA Housewives is on. What are you talking about?
We got to leave before Empire go on.
Dog, hey, the game on, man. What's up? Right? It's real quick to slip back corner. It's quick. It's too easy. If you just don't constantly guard your mind and say, this night 3,500 years ago or 4,000 years ago, the Most High delivered us about the most powerful nation at its time. Destroyed it for it. We read Isaiah 43, said the Most High held Egypt for ransom to make sure you were straight. Right? I gave them, look, he said, man, I held them ransom. You know what that means? Hey, give me my son or I'm killing yours. That's what he told Pharaoh. Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Let him go before I kill your son. That wasn't politically correct. That wasn't like, come on, man, let's talk about this and be diplomatic. That was like, look, let my people go before hula hoop size hell falls out the sky. Yeah, it's a hit. Like, you can't play. Like, power only respects power, man. You can't come be diplomatic. Like, how you gonna be diplomatic with Donald Trump? How? He only know power and money. You can't tell. Hey, Don, let's shoot the breeze. No, it's not happening. He only respect power. Pharaoh would only respect power. All right, come on now, let's get it.
It is the Lord's Passover.
That's right. Eat it in haste. Come on.
For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and it will smite all the firstborn of the land of Egypt.
So it wasn't the devil doing this. Some people, because you will look at that and not be on the level and won't call that the judgment of God. You say the devil did that to them. That was the devil work. He said, look, I'm about to pass through Egypt. I'm going to execute judgment. This is the Lord talking. Go ahead,
both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt.
Powerful.
I will execute judgment.
And he put a hit out on every god they hotepping over today. Every god. My God put a hit on all your gods. He said, I'm executing judgment on every last one of them tonight. And you got Negroes running around here trying to resurrect those they gods right there. You feel me? Into Egyptian comedic science and all that. Our God killed all that. Later for all the noise, dropped all of it. It ain't recovered since. Let's read,
And the blood shall be to you for a token unto the house where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you.
Come on.
And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt.
Powerful. What verse you in,
Verse 14.
Come on.
And this day shall be unto you for a memorial.
See that?
And ye shall keep it a feast to Yahweh throughout your generation.
I mean, even today, got people saying don't do it. That's it throughout all your generations. Are we not the children of our forefathers and foremothers? We are what you should be remembering. Feel me? And why wouldn't a slave remember, you feel me, and keep in mind and rehearse his God coming to redeem him? And he in captivity. Why wouldn't you? You're a slave. You're in bondage. Why wouldn't you remember this? Don't make sense. Go ahead,
Ye shall keep it a feast by ordinance forever.
Now we got to argue about what forever means. Come on, man. What else is that?
7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your house.
Yeah.
For whosoever eateth leavened bread for the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off.
Yeah. So you go into the leaven, right? So we comb them cabinets, we got bread or anything that got any type of something that make it rise. Leaven, burr, anything. You understand? Anything that rise. And there's a reason, because we was leaving in haste. Our bread didn't have time to rise. You understand? But even the leavened and unleavened bread has a spiritual significance to it.
Move leaven out your mind, your heart.
Yeah, yeah. So once you finish that verse 17, I'm gonna have Big Mike pull that Matthew 16 for me when you can. Yeah, that's Exodus 14. We're gonna come back there. Go ahead, finish that off. All
right, verse 16.
16, 11. All right.
And in the first day, there shall be a holy convocation.
Yeah.
And in the 7th day, there should be a holy convocation.
Powerful.
To you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that every man must eat, that only may be done of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this selfsame day have I brought your army.
Your who?
Your army.
Your groups.
Your army.
Your armies, baby. Come on.
Out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever.
You feel me? And then look, it's health benefits too to not eating leavened bread all week. You go 7 days without it, man. The health benefits are woof. You're losing all type of weight and getting in shape. You feel me? All because you dodge leaven all week. You feel me? Dodged it all week. You be out in the world. You gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying? Everything heightens. You be like, dang, that cheeseburger look juicy. I want one. You dig? But you fight all that. And what he do, he train you to fight sin. So let's go see what leaven is spiritually. And then we're gonna end it with Exodus 14. Matthew 16 is it? Yeah. I think it is. It's all around 6, I think it is. 6 to 12, 6 to 11. That's the spiritual connection to what leaven is. That's why I say eat unleavened bread. Right? If you just all literal what you're doing, you never catch the spiritual understanding behind it. You dig? Whether it's the lamb, whether it's the unleavened bread, whether it's the blood, whether it's the bitter herb, any of it. You just literal. You're like, I just do that because you ain't unlocked the spiritual mysteries behind it. All right.
Matthew chapter 16, verse 6.
Yeah.
Then Jesus said unto them, take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, it is because we have taken no bread. Which when Jesus perceived, he said unto them, O ye of little faith, why reason ye among yourselves, because ye have brought no bread? Do you not understand, neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000 and how many baskets he took up?
So he go back into his miracles. He's like, look, watch out for the leaven of the Pharisees. They panic. They like, dang, he tripping because we ain't got enough bread, man. They forgot that quick. He done took a few loaves of bread and a few fishes and fed thousands. Yeah, sure. You feel me? You talking about earlier, like Matthew 14. Early in this chapter, but now probably a couple chapters back, he just fed thousands. You feel me? So they panicking, dang, we ain't bring no bread. He like, man, you done forgot the miracles that quick? So leaven must mean something spiritually. He was always just trying to put them on game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Step y'all thinking up, right? Go ahead, Al.
Verse 10. Neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000 and how many baskets he took up.
So he done fed many with a few twice. Fed thousands with only a few twice. Go ahead, Al.
How is it that ye do not understand that I spake it not to you concerning bread?
When he said, watch out for the leaven of the Pharisees, he ain't talking about bread.
That ye should beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees.
Come on.
Then understood they how that he bade them not beware of the leaven of bread, but of the doctrine of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees.
So that's what he was saying, because that bad doctrine will bring leaven, right? Bad doctrine brings sin, leaven. So he said, watch out for their doctrine, watch out for their leaven. A little leaven will leaven the whole lump. One bad apple or what? You grew up saying all this stuff, so it shouldn't be surprising to you. All right, so y'all see that leaven represents spiritually doctrine, bad doctrine. All right, let's finish it off with Exodus 14. And we're gonna get on the out of here. Y'all know it's plenty of video. I don't know if it's plenty left, but it's plenty of food back there. Y'all hungry, you know. Nobody got to be shy, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Hebrew?
Just like how we looking at ingredients of the packages that we have at home regarding yeast and leaven or whatever we're not. We also have to, regarding the doctrine, we also have to listen and pay attention to what people are saying, because the scripture says, count every man a liar. The word of God is the truth. So whoever you're listening to, whatever we're not, you know what I'm saying, if it's not coming out of the scripture, you know what I'm saying, whatever we're not, you can't fight in the scripture, that's leaven. They over there feeding you some leaven, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. So we have to read the ingredients in the stuff at home, and then also too when we're listening to whoever we're listening to. We also have to read the ingredients in the scriptures. You know, whatever's coming out of your mouth, if it's not lining up with scriptures, you know what I'm saying, then hey, throw it out. That's false doctrine. That's false.
False doctrine. Right? Bad doctrine, bad fruit. Bad doctrine, bad fruit, man.
That's why Mally told you earlier, like, you know, your opinion don't mean nothing.
That's right.
Pull it up, chapter and verse. That's the best way to deal with any of this. Chapter and verse. You'll quiet all that talking. You'll quiet
all that yapping. All right, let's get it, man. Exodus 14. This is it. We're gonna close it on out. All praise to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
You're gonna find another verse to read.
You said what?
Nothing.
Come on. No, I'm ready. No. We good. I know everybody got to get rest and all that, man. I just want to make this point real quick. You know, salvation.
Verse 1, Exodus chapter 14. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, that they turn and encamp before.
The sound is out, man. It's all good.
Bahirot. There you go.
Go ahead.
Between Migdal and the sea, over against Baal Zephon, or Zephon, before it shall ye encamp by the sea. For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land. The wilderness has shut them in. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart. He shall follow after them. And I will be honored unto Pharaoh, upon Pharaoh, and upon all his hosts, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord. And they did. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people. And they said, why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us?
Yeah, because you let the slaves go, everything dropped. You can't be a powerhouse without the slaves. You need your slaves. You understand? To be a powerhouse or a force that's reckoned in this earth, you need servitude. It's just what it is. Just so happened we the slaves. Right? So they're like, man, we can't let them go. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna crash. Yeah. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 6. He made ready his chariot and took his people with him, and took 600 chosen chariots.
Dang.
And all the chariots of Egypt and captains over every one of them. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel. The children of Israel went out with a high hand, but the Egyptians pursued after them, all the horses and chariots and Pharaoh and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them and camped by the sea beside Pihahiroth before Baal-zephon. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them.
Yeah.
And they were so afraid.
Like us being at the Atlantic Ocean or something, you look up and all the forces of the heathen is behind us. SWAT, everybody, man. They get everybody. Sharpshooters, you dig? Navy SEALs, Green Berets. You're like, dang. Huh? What is this all about, huh? Do we get scared or do we say, man, the Most High got us this far? What's up? Right. What's up? Come on now.
And the children of Israel cried out unto Yahweh.
That's right.
They said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness?
See how quick you can have anarchy on your hands, boy? Or even from, dealing with like a Moses situation. He know the Most High appeared to him in the bush. You know the Most High gave him miracles and spiritual power. Like, you know this. Man, that quick you can have anarchy on your hands. They like, what? Why? Because there wasn't no graves in Egypt, Moses. You got us out here to die? Oh, Lord. See, I knew it. Trying to be a revolutionary.
This nigga done went off.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Hebrews say this nigga done went off.
First sign of discomfort or something that's inconvenience, boy. Your people gonna talk. That's how you know this us.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah. You gonna talk. Bro, it ain't gonna go smooth. You feel me? You witness miracles and all that. Look, this from a people that witnessed the plagues and everything. Man. And it didn't hit them. Man. And then kept the Passover, they done got up out of there. Now they at the sea, and here come the Egyptians. And you look at Moses, you look at leadership and say, Moses! Because there was no graves. You brought us out here to die, Moses.
You see all these heathens
like, man.
Oh, Lord!
Have mercy, Father. You know your people. You know your people, man. We gonna complain.
This bird came all the way through. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Our people gonna complain at the first sign of inconvenience. It's over. Gotta stay focused, man. That's how you know this is us. Come on now.
Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us to carry us forth out of Egypt? Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve Egyptians.
Man, leave us alone. We cool, Moses.
Good black folk.
Huh? The Egyptians is good black folk. Go ahead, sister.
Still sound that way today.
Yeah.
They still want to do what they want to do today.
Yeah.
But you know when the Lord come back, you know somebody will say, leave America. Yeah. It's good white land.
What are you?
Where else we gonna go?
Leave us alone.
We're gonna have it better than this. Right. That's what Malcolm said.
I was paying my taxes. I was going to work, Moses. You know your people.
I had my 401k.
Right. All right, shalom, sister. You know what I'm saying? I had my
somebody walk out.
I had my 401k. I had everything going well. You feel me? I had my mortgage.
Yeah. My house is almost paid for. You know I don't own the land though. Yeah. Even the domain can take my stuff. Don't worry about that.
I was selling food stamps. I was
stop.
I had me a little hustle.
You still got a couple of books left.
Yeah. I had me a little hustle in Babylon, Moses. I mean, well, you know, 40, 65, you know how it is. Come on, now, let's get it. Now look, now trip off their mindset, man.
So I used to buy Eagle Stamps.
Read that 12 again. Read that 12 again.
Verse 12.
Yeah.
Is this the word?
It's not.
It's not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians. For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness.
You hear that? Better we be slaves than we die fighting to be free.
That's what people you don't want to.
We better off slaves, man.
Nah, all right.
We better off being slaves and at least standing up and doing what is right to get free. These are your people. You know, they're our people. Include myself up in there. Yeah, our people. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Even when you look at that movie, The Black Panther just came out, right? That brother at the end of that movie, y'all remember what he said? Y'all seen that?
Well, the guy in the sea.
He said, bury me in the sea.
With my ancestors.
Because they knew it was better to die than to be in bondage.
That's 100. That's 100.
Man, yeah, it's 100. That's solid.
Boy, that's real.
That's solid.
And listen. If you look at that movie, you trip off of it, he actually wasn't the bad guy.
No, he wasn't.
He was not the bad guy. They portrayed it. But listen, so what did the king do? Go to the United Nations to do what he said do. You see what I'm saying? Take us to the world. So we ain't got to suffer no more. We supposed to be the light to the world. That's all. Verse 13. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not.
What y'all scared of? Stop being scared.
Fear ye not.
Right.
Stand still and see the salvation of your house.
Stop right there. Can you please look up salvation for me right there? That say stand still and see the salvation of Yah. What's the Hebrew word for salvation?
Age 3444. Yeshua.
Yahoo.
Yeshua.
Yeshua. The Lamb of the Most High God.
Long live the king.
Long live the king.
You see that?
That's right, brother.
Now let's trip off that. It come down to people speaking Hebrew, but they never mention what's the Hebrew word for salvation. It's Yeshua. You feel me? Which happens to be the Hebrew name for the Messiah in the New Testament. Oh wait. And as you keep reading this, you see this was an angel. This was an angel or a messenger of the Most High that was guiding Israel up out of there. Most High never left his throne and did this.
Right.
Never left his throne. He had a messenger there, feel me, whose name was salvation. Oh wait.
His name was Joshua.
Yeah. Go ahead, 13 again. What did it say?
And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of Yahweh, which he will show to you today.
Today. Come on.
For the Egyptians, whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever.
Yeah, I ain't never seen no Egyptian.
Nah, you ain't gonna see one.
Not those Egyptians.
Come on, Doc, let's get it. Read down to 19. I was gonna show y'all there was an angel the Most High sent the whole time with us. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 14. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me?
What you crying for? Come on.
Speak unto the children of Israel, that they go forward, but lift up thy rod, and stretch out thy hand over the sea, and divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea.
That's powerful. Dry ground. You feel me? Another miracle. Come on now.
And I behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them. And I will get them honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am Yahweh, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh,
Hallelujah.
upon his chariot, upon his horse.
Verse 19.
And the angel of Yah, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them.
Powerful. Y'all see that? Angel of the Most High God. Stand still and see Yahshua. Yahshua. Powerful. Long live the King. He had to say that in Hebrew. Stand still and see Yahshua. Salvation. 1 Corinthians 10. I know I said one more, man.
I told you. I told you.
Man, we got to show. We can't just be talking and say this him and not show it. Do what I'm telling, man. You already know. Yeah. Yeah. 1 Corinthians 10. I just want to show even Paul knew that was Messiah that was leading us up out of there. Under the orders of his father. When y'all get a chance, read Wisdom of Solomon chapter 18 and tell you it was the word of God that leaped down from his throne, man, and destroyed Egypt. In the beginning was the word. Come on, man. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. The same was in the beginning with the Most High. But that word leaped down from the throne of God in Egypt and destroyed Egypt. When he said, I'm going to pass through, that was the word of the Most High God. That's Wisdom of Solomon chapter 18. You'll see it. It's talking about the plagues that hit Egypt. 1 Corinthians 10. You got that? What is that? Verse 1. By how that rock, we followed that rock. We was baptized coming up out of Egypt. What did it say, y'all?
1 Corinthians chapter 10.
Yeah.
Verse 1.
That's right.
Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and passed through the sea.
And all passed through the sea. We just was reading about that. How that angel was before us and went behind us. Cloud moved too. Go ahead, Op.
And were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
But nobody got wet. So baptism ain't just water. You feel me? Nobody got wet leaving Egypt. Right? We ain't against none of it though. You understand? Come on, Hebrew.
And did all eat the same spiritual meat.
So the Passover is spiritual. We ate of that spiritual meat, drank of that spiritual drink, right? Go ahead.
And did all drink the same spiritual drink.
Come on.
For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them.
Or that went with them, that followed them, and that rock was who?
And that rock was Yahshua.
Or the Messiah. You see that? Paul even knew to stand still, see the salvation. The word for salvation is Yahshua. The angel of the Most High was before him, went behind him. Paul said, well, look, that rock that followed them, that was the Messiah. Oh, long live the King, man. All right, man, we got a closing psalm. Jerusalem is that way, y'all. We're going to pray on out. Closing psalm. Let's go ahead and roll her, get her done. You don't, I get it if you don't want it. I get it. I get it, man.
Let's go one more verse again.
Here we are.
I knew this was coming. Yeah, now this one had to come.
Jerusalem is that way. All praises, glory, and honor.
All praises, brother.
Thank the Most High for allowing our out-of-town family to make it on in. Man, that's powerful, man. Y'all said y'all to come see what the barbershop shop about us. All praises. Shout out to our sister Earth, our household, our sister Earth. You said what?
He said,
It's the eagle.
No, he's
Y'all be hearing talking about Bruce on the camera. Bruce and Bobo. Bobo, where you at, girl?
Boys, you snitching?
Goddamn Moses, you.
It's not a 30 Egyptians messing with you.
That's right. All praise to the Most High God, man.
Hallelujah.
Whoa.
The house of Boo Boo.
All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Psalm 31. We're gonna close out. All praise to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
All praise.
Honor and glory of his only begotten beloved Son. Long live the King.
Long live the King.
To the chief musician, Psalm of David. In thee, O Yah, do I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in thy righteousness. Bow down thine ear to me. Deliver me speedily. Be thou my strong rock, for an house of defense to save me. For thou art my rock and my fortress. Therefore, for thy name's sake, lead me and guide me. Pull me out of the net that they have laid privily for me. For thou art my strength. Into thine hand I commit my spirit. Thou hast redeemed me, O Yah, Elohim of truth. I have hated them that regard lying vanities, but I trust in Yahweh. I will be glad and rejoice in thy mercy, for thou hast considered my trouble. Thou hast known my soul in adversities, and hast not shut me up into the hand of the enemy. Thou hast set my feet in a large room. Have mercy upon me, O Yah, for I am in trouble. Mine eye is consumed with grief, yea, my soul and my belly. For my life is spent with grief, and my years with sighing. My strength faileth because of mine iniquity, and my bones are consumed. I was a reproach among all mine enemies, but especially among my neighbors, and a fear to mine acquaintance. They that did see me without fled from me. I am forgotten as a dead man out of mind. I am like a broken vessel. For I have heard the slander of many. Fear was on every side. While they took counsel together against me, they devised to take away my life. But I trusted in thee, O Yah. I said, thou art my power. My times are in thy hand. Deliver me from the hand of mine enemies, and from them that persecute me. Make thy face to shine upon thy servant. Save me for thy mercy's sake. Let me not be ashamed, O Yah, for I have called upon thee. Let the wicked be ashamed, and let them be silent in the grave. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Oh, how great is thy goodness, which thou hast laid up for them that fear thee, which thou hast wrought for them that trust in thee, before the sons of men. Thou shalt hide them in the secret of thy presence from the pride of man. Thou shalt keep them secretly in a pavilion from the strife of tongues. Blessed be Yahweh, for he hath shown me his marvelous kindness in a strong city. For I said in my haste, I am cut off from before thine eyes. Nevertheless, thou heardest the voice of my supplications when I cried unto thee. Oh, love Yahweh. Oh, love Yahweh. All ye his saints. For the Most High preserveth the faithful, and plentifully rewardeth the proud doer. Be of good courage. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. All ye that hope in the Most High.
Hallelujah! Say loud! Yahoo!
Get her done, baby! Shalom. Another barbershop chop session, baby. Psalm 31. Psalm 31. Barbershop chop session. House of Zion homeschool, man. Doing things around here. To the next time. All praise and glory and honor. To the Most High God. Yeah, you know it's good. All praise. I feel it.
What up, bro? I'll praise. Make sure everybody good. What's going on with you, man? I'm all good, baby. You got me back, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll praise the Lord now, man. Live things still going on. Yeah, what's up with you, man? Know y'all brothers ain't going to sleep, man. Y'all good? All praise. It's all good. What's up with the bro? Good. Malachi, bro. Huh? All praise, bro. Welcome, bro. Hang out in Kansas City. That's all good. What's up with big bro? All good? Yeah. What's up? That's my son. He look, I can tell. He look just like you. Nice to you. How you doing, bro? Y'all good? Good to see you, bro. What's up? All praise. Glad y'all in town, man. I mean, hey, how long was it drive? 24 hours. Yeah. When I'm in it, when I leave here, I'm heading out to Virginia. Sit out there for about after the thing. What y'all doing? They said it's a feast day for the first day of heaven. Yeah. So what do you guys do around here? That's what more night. So by the time we start, that's what we do. So by the time we feast the more, we'll be done making bread short. So we done making bread all week, you know what I'm saying? Is there a feast? When the day is light, it's gonna day start the night. So by the time it's that's what the Passover is preparation for that feast. You feel me? Other than that, just getting your food together, prepping your lambs and all that. Brothers are doing that tonight, in the morning, all the way up to get there tomorrow. And then the feast is actually gonna make the bread. Yeah. We be feasting all week. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Feasting all week. It's all good. I'm glad you're here. What's up? All praise is due. Yeah. All right. Let's see you guys. I need to purchase some of those. What's that? Tickets for Passover? I got Passover. Okay.